Looking at our opening ceremony and taking place here on the 4th of opening day. And we are now in the body surf division of the shootout. Good morning and welcome. Day number 1 of the Hui Backdoor Shootout presented by Weed Maps 2018. Starting off with a bang, January 6th here at Ehukai Beach Park at Backdoor and Pipeline. This is all in memory of the great Duke Paua Kahanamoku, a tribute to that great Hawaiian wave rider. And today, on this first day, we've got a rising west swell. So we like that swell direction. A little bit of sand on the beach, but it's getting moved by this bigger swell that is on the way. And we're starting with the best division to have this rising swell and the westerly direction. That is the body surfing. So we got 2 heats of body surfing preliminary rounds. We're going to go to some stand-up paddle surfing and then some longboarding, and we're going to have finals for all of those coming up in today's action. I'm Rocky Cannon. I'll be bringing you live action today with several guest hosts that will be joining me in the booth. But for now, we're going to catch up with heat number 2 of the body surfing. In heat number 1, we had Kai Santos, Brian Phillips, and Guillermo Tamega advancing in the top 3, taking out Aaron Ungerleider in 4th. Jeff Daly finished in 5th. And it was Jason Bixter in 6th place. So that is heat number 1 that had started at 10:30 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. Now we are at the 11 o'clock hour live on Spectrum Surf and Surfline.com. Mahalo to all of our great contributors here to get us going on day number 1.
No matter what you believe in, no matter what your faith, to love one another is aloha. So we do that today to represent our ambassador of aloha, Duke Kahanamoku, and the Hui Shootout. Many times people will pray because of the God Lono, the Hawaiian God Lono, they would pray for surf. But today I want to pray for safety. I want to pray for humbleness. And I want to pray for joy. Haole. So that when you get out there, you will have the surf, you will have the joy, you will have the peace. Because that's what surfing is all about. When it becomes different, then you're surfing for the wrong reason. I tell you that because many times people get all upset. Today, when I got here, the sun was behind the clouds. And I started to look at the sun and the clouds that covered the sun. Now you see how the sun come out? The sun comes out. But sometimes the cloud's going to cover it. Sometime in your life when you're surfing, maybe you get some clouds covering. Let the sun come out. Enjoy yourself out there. Have a fun time out there. Winning is good. Competing with aloha is great. Heola. New life. Heola. Heola. Uwe Kalani. The heavens cried, the dark clouds. Uwe Kalani. Uwe Kalani. Ke Kuahivi. Falls on the mountain. Ke Kuahivi. Vai hui hui, the tears of heaven fall on the mountain, comes down in the water. Vai hui hui. Vai, water. Pure water. Vai hui hui. Hui ke kai, mix. Hui ke kai. Hui ke kai. He ola e mauloa. He ola e mauloa. He ola e mauloa. He ho mai kai. Bless. each and every one.
Welcome back, live in the booth. Rocky Cannon with Uluboy Napeahi, and what an amazing blessing on opening day from Uncle Dennis Salas.
Beautiful.
Uncle Kahu Dennis Salas from the east side, lifeguard, so knows very much about safety, but also just deep in Hawaiian culture, and wonderful blessings. Looking forward to a great day. Uluboy, rising swell.
Yeah, it's beautiful, you know. We woke up this morning and there wasn't much to be had out there, but obviously the swell's filling in, and yeah, it looks like a beautiful day. Body surfers are out there having a good time, and we're looking forward to much more events, and it'll be great.
So we had one heat of body surfing already. That started at 10:30. We're catching up now in heat number 2, and we're going to be showing you some live body surf action with some replays, and the most organic form of wave riding.
Oh,
we heard
for
Kainoa
sure.
McGee mention earlier, just the fins and the body that God gave them. And I really enjoy watching these body surfers in these west swell conditions. And check out green, that is Todd Sells. And little in and out barrel action. Bruh, this is pretty mean
That's
for body
amazing.
surfing.
I'm telling you right now, like on any given day out at Pipeline, today is like a day that they can have this time to themselves, and that last ride was absolutely amazing.
And swimming for this one, that is our surfer in blue. We're going to get the heats updated here for the viewers. We're still showing heat 1. Let's so in blue, that was John Hookstead. In green, as we said, Todd Sells. We've got a couple of lifeguards in this one. We've got Black Tao Hanneman in the white, Kyle Foyle, and then longboard champ in the red, Dwayne DeSoto. And also Jamie Cove is out there in the pink jersey. And as we speak, there are waves being ridden, and red briefly on that one. That was Dwayne DeSoto. I know he's kind of just doing the body surfing for fun.
Yeah, I think he's out on injury right now. He actually, some of his vertebrae in his back, he extended them, and yeah, he's out on recovery right now. But from what I see, I mean, he's still having fun in the ocean. He must be doing pretty good.
Earlier, I seen a couple body surfers drop in super late, and that compression from dropping that high to that far down without a board, it looked like some body crunching conditions.
That's some good yoga out there going on right now for sure. Some scorpions.
Scorpion pose on the reef. There we go.
Oh, that's a beautiful drone shot of our rider in white, Kyle Foyle. Actually one of the local lifeguards here on the North Shore. Shout out to all the lifeguards. I mean, they keep everyone safe. They do a great job, and they put their lives on the lines for others. And yeah, lifeguards, much respect.
A lot of them love to surf and body surf during the day, as you would expect. And it's so great on any given free surf session here on the North Shore that you know that there's probably some lifeguards sprinkled in at the various lineups, so making it that much safer.
They're just unbelievable watermen. I mean, in and out of the water. They're physically fit. They know the knowledge of the ocean. And as we see, that was
Kyle going
Kyle
for a swim, back out. Yeah. And then there's Red doing DeSoto, doing some vertebrae therapy right there.
Quick adjustment for Dwayne DeSoto.
So you've got some history surfing in this event.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What are you? What team are you surfing for this year?
I'm surfing for Hui Nalu.
Okay.
It's a team of all Hawaiian-blooded riders, and yeah, I'm really excited. This is...
Who's surfing on that team with you?
So I think it's me, Makua, Mason, and Ayala Stewart, I want to say. I might be wrong, though.
Yep, that's the... And you probably have some... I know last year some of the teams did a couple... In order to get as much guys surfing as possible, they did a couple switcheroos and jumping in and out. So that's cool to expand the participation as much as possible. But as far as you know, that's the Hawaiian-blooded team right there. It's a pretty stacked team, bro.
I'm stoked to be a part of it. I mean, this this contest in general is like the best contest in the world, in my opinion, as far as wave riding goes. You know, it's in memory of Duke Kahanamoku and everything that he represented through surfing, and not only surfing but carrying his aloha with it. And that's what stands out the most to me. You know, we got body surfing, we got stand-up paddling, we got longboarding. He did it all, we're doing it all, and it's great.
Yeah, you know, this event started out almost 20 years ago, about 20 years ago, and it was just the shortboard surfing that was featured, but now it's expanded to be in memory of Duke Kahanamoku, which is so appropriate for a Hawaiian kind of local grassroots event here on the North Shore, a more core event, and introducing all these other types of wave riding, like the body surfing, like you said, stand-up paddle, the longboarding. And a lot of people don't get to see that type of wave riding featured at a wave like Pipeline.
Yeah, for sure.
And it takes a lot of guts and nerves of steel to paddle out on some big boards and surf these big waves over the reef.
For sure. I mean, just from experience being out in Pipeline, a bigger board, obviously you get into the wave a lot easier, but once you're in the wave, you're like, oh, like, what do I do with all this board, you know? It's hard to fit it in the barrel, and it's super shallow. The board's big, it could whack you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most dangerous wave in the world. And then you have these guys just absolutely charging on their stand-up paddles and longboards.
Yeah, adding a little bit more danger as you add more board. And we're going to take a short break for you guys, but we're going to come back with more body surf action here at the Hui Backdoor Shootout presented by Weed Maps, all in memory of
Stay
Duke
tuned.
Boa Kahanamoku.
Back and live at Pipeline.
Yeah, this is the 2018, the Hui Backdoor Shootout presented by Weed Maps, Rocky Cannon, Uluboy Napeahi, and bringing it to you live here, all in memory of Duke Paoa Kahanamoku. We are in the body surfing division, which is, to me, one of the most purest forms of wave riding, if not the purest form. And we are in heat number 2.
Traditional body surfing.
Yeah. And it's only swimming. The hardest part about body surfing to me is that you know one board for rest on.
Yeah.
You know one board for paddle back out. Body surfing is tiring.
You're constantly swimming. You're constantly working. I mean, you know, that's probably like the hardest thing ever. You don't have a time to rest. And that was Dwayne DeSoto on that last ride. That was amazing.
And here we go. This is green. That is Todd Sells, and he had one pretty mean on earlier, able to stay out in front of the peak like that. The west swell really works kind of down the beach from left to right on your screen, but opening up the lefts at Pipeline, and body surfers really like these westerly swell directions.
Yeah. You know, I'd really want to sit down and talk with these guys one day, maybe on the beach, just to like kind of figure out what's the tricks to body surfing. Because, I mean, we're watching it, they're making it look so easy, but obviously it's not.
So We've got some scores on the board, and Todd Sells is running away with this heat. He's the surfer out there in the green. Todd Sells has a 9.33 and a 7.17.
That's a mean average for a heat. I mean, his rides, wow. He's the guy to try and beat for sure.
And so top 3 of these surfers are going to advance to the finals. So this is not the final just yet, but it is Jamie Cove, who's in second place. Pretty decent ride, wave total with a 6.67 and a 4.5. And then Kyle Foyle right now holding on to that third place advancing position with a 4.17 and a 3.83. Right now it's pretty much up for grabs from second place down.
Yeah.
Todd's kind of running away, but everybody else get a chance.
And I think with the last few rides that we had from Dwayne DeSoto, that might change things up a bit, but we still got a lot of time in this heat, and yeah, a lot more action in the ocean.
Yeah, so Dwayne in fourth needs a 7.67. John Hoeksteden, who's a lieutenant for the lifeguards, needs a 7.84. And Tal Hanneman, another North Shore lifeguard, actually a guy that we went through the recruit class together, me and Tal, years ago. And he needs an 8.5, currently in sixth. So he's got some work to do. But like you said, Ulu, there's a fair amount of time. And whenever you have pipe to yourself, essentially, for 25 minutes with a swell that's coming up, you got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, you just have that opportunity to be out there with, 4 or 5 other guys, and that doesn't happen on any given day. So that being said, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity, and, it's just a field day at Pipeline. These guys are having so much fun.
Yeah, not worrying about, having to battle with the surfers and the bodyboarders, because, in body surfing on any given day out here, you kind of got to chill out on the side and cruise on the shoulder because, this place, as you know, bro, is like the most photographed wave in the world. Hundreds of guys vying for one wave. And so the body surfers get to have their chance.
Yeah. This is the mecca of surfing. It's a Super Bowl of surfing, It's an arena where everyone comes to prove themselves, and it's just really awesome that this event offers opportunity to all these other water sports, and just to see the body surfers out there enjoying themselves, having the whole lineup to themselves, that's awesome. That means a lot to me.
And there's Dwayne DeSoto on a replay, kind of getting a little bit of washing machine through the white water right there, but surviving to the end. And there's Green, your heat leader, Todd Sells. Yeah. And just a quick up and down for him. That's not going to be one of his top 2. He's got a 9.33, 7.17. He's got 2 incredible scores on the board already, and kind of in cruise control probably right now, but he's a tough competitor. He's going to try to better that 7.17 even still yet.
Yeah. These guys are unreal. It's like monk seals out there. Look at them swimming. This drone footage is absolutely amazing. It's sick.
Yeah, the drone footage enables us to see the cracks in the reef.
Yeah.
And all the pukas that you can end up in if you wipe out.
Taking a look, Kyle Foyle. What's trippy about body surfing is like you can go under the water and then like kick out the back and still ride the wave. Like, I don't know how they do that.
Some of the shots of guys like Mark Cunningham and some of the, hardcore legendary body surfers in the past, how they like dolphin ride the wave, like underneath the wave, behind the wave, but still like kind of getting the trail end of the wave's energy. It's such a amazing artistic approach to wave riding that I don't think it gets the coverage and justice that it deserves, because it's,
for sure,
taking place in a place that's hard to see from shore. But man, you get some of those underwater footages of these body surfers. It's amazing.
Absolutely beautiful. And I'll agree with you 100% that body surfers don't get the respect that they should. But, it is a form of art, body surfing, and being one with the ocean and riding the wave with your body. Here we got, is that Pink?
I think so.
Yeah, Jamie Cove.
Good eye. And Jamie Cove right now currently in the second place position, so he's in the advancing spot.
Yeah.
top 3 of these guys are going to go to a 6-man final and be ready to put on a show, maybe even win a little bit of cash money. We'll see what's on the line for these guys. But there's the replay from that kind of that backdoor angle looking across, and always cool to see them looking more deep than they, look from straight on, and some of the crowd on the beach enjoying the action too.
He definitely trying to solidify his second position and riding that wave all the way through. As we can see out there, their set's approaching right now. The next heat is in the water, the stand-up paddle men's. We got legends of the sport, Kili Momala, Kai Lenny, and of course our own Kainoa McGee, Bullet Obra, and just a bunch of amazing people. But right now we got action from the body surfers in the lineup.
Well, there's a replay of White. That was Kyle Foyle from a few minutes ago. And then live action, you see them swimming out because this is the biggest set of the morning so far. Ooh. The swell hitting just in time. And there is Blue John Hookstetten.
Pipeline is waking up right now.
Oh, yeah. Small Kaiman sleep in, but
it's
maybe,
right now.
Saturday morning, Friday night, Pipeline was kind of cruising, and then boom, right now the biggest sets of the morning. It is 11:21 Hawaiian Standard Time, and there are some bombs hitting the reef. All those people
Pipeline
on the shoreline, they better watch out, bro. They're gonna get some stuff wet.
Yep.
So stand-up paddle surfing coming up next. Going to go from under the water to above the water in
and
the form
around.
of wave riding. And these guys on these boards that are able to be stood upon while pretty much not moving. That means it's a big, thick board.
For sure.
Which means it's a little bit harder to stick the rail in. But how's this one?
Bullet Obra up and riding. I mean, that goes to show right there. These guys are unreal watermen. Bullet Obra obviously sticking the drop, making the barrel. Here's the instant replay. Look how beautiful that is.
Wow.
I mean, absolutely amazing.
And some more big sets crunching. That first score will be coming in for Bullet, and we'll see where the scale is for these stand-up paddleboarders. But look on the outside.
Up and riding, Kai Lenny taking a drop at Pipeline. These guys are, I look at this and I think they're off their rockers.
Same here. Pretty crazy.
That was amazing. Just to watch this, I mean, oh, it's beautiful out there. This is kind of one of the very first pipe swells we've had this winter. I mean, we've had so much north swell with north winds, and it's finally shaping up, and it normally does produce around the time of the Hui Backdoor Shootout. So that's definitely one of the reasons why all of us surfers of any form look forward to this event. And I'm super excited. I'm so stoked to be here.
Yeah, the format of this event for the shortboarding side, super unique, very much one of the first of its kind, if not the only of its kind, only comparable to the Eddie Aika, where you paddle out for heats and you're judged not on an advancing basis, but just your wave scoring basis over a whole day. This contest, same concept, but over a few days.
Yeah.
So you get plenty chances for get those big scores, which is what everybody loves to do, and surfing pressure-free. As that heat comes to an end, it looks like Todd Sells, like we said, running away in first place. Jamie Cove able to solidify second place and improve on a backup score. And Dwayne DeSoto sneaks in there with third place over Kyle Foyle, John Hookstetten, and Tal Hanneman. And check out this replay of Bullet Obra dropping in frontside, Ulu.
Pipeline, I mean, that's picture perfect. He could paint a perfect picture. I mean, Pipeline, that was beautiful. Bullet Obra, he's one of my favorite stand-up paddlers. Absolutely talented.
He's from your island?
Yeah, he's from the Big Island. He's from the west side, I believe, like Waimea area.
Right on.
Yeah. And Kai Lenny.
That was a big drop that we saw him take on his backhand. It was
World
the second
champion,
wave
right?
ridden, and he's a multi-world champion in surfing of stand-up paddleboarding and racing.
He's definitely a freak of nature.
He's an animal.
Yeah, I mean, he'll do anything. I think he's trying to like invent new things to do.
He's like, in the tutelage and mentoring of the Maui guys like Dave Kalama, Laird Hamilton, and all those guys that try to just make up new ways to have fun on the ocean and even take risks or make it more exciting or just more fulfilling. They're not satisfied just jumping on a regular shortboard thruster and going out and surfing. They're like, okay, what else can I do to make this more nuts, more crazy? And good shot of Kainoa McGee right there, getting in position. One of the first pioneers of stand-up paddle at Pipeline years ago.
He's definitely a legend, and speaking of like making it more exciting, he just got tired of taking off backwards on a bodyboard or upside down, so he was like, hey, let me hop on this stand-up paddle and make it even more hard for myself. But here he is taking a look at this Pipeline wave.
A little bit on the inside, kind of just warming up, getting his feet wet. Had to maneuver around Bullet Obra a little bit to get in position for that one, but he's got a score on the board. And this, the same situation as the body surfing. We're going to have 6 guys in the 2 heats, the top 3 advancing to the finals. So 2 heats of each of these divisions. And this day will be more conventional of what you're used to seeing. Top 3 surfers advancing into the final. When we get to the shortboarding, that's when our unique format will take place, as Kainoa feeling out the board, getting some equipment dialed in and paddling back out to the lineup and joining the rest of the crew out there. Looks like Red trying to have a look at this one. That is Brother Bullet.
Bullet Obra dropping in Pipeline. Whoa. And a little launch out the back. How's that one?
Oh.
I seen him warming up before his heat, and he was standing out there, and his ankles and knees were like in the water. But here we got to look at Kai Lenny on a beautiful Pipeline wave. I mean, basically just manhandling that board and tossing it around, going up for an air. I mean,
barrels and airs on stand-up paddleboards at Pipe. I'm not sure if I ever foresaw this day coming.
Yeah.
Years ago when you look at Pipeline and its history and where it's come from, all the boards, how they've changed over the years, and equipment. We've seen a couple kneeboarders try. I think Uncle Terry Hui rescued one that was, gonna die years ago on a kneeboard, and bodyboarders have been taken to this wave a lot. But the stand-up paddle guys charging out here. I remember seeing Ikaika Kalama on a day of just like pure pipe perfection, but just putting this board and the paddle inside and coming out every time.
I seen that picture, and it's a view from like Ehukai's shot in the Pipeline, and the barrel was so big you could like fit a house in it.
Yeah.
And there he was with his paddle and his board, and it just blows me away that these guys can go out there with any type of equipment and make it work. But then again, these guys are the best in the world. Not anyone can paddle out there on a stand-up paddle and do it.
Right. Yeah, it takes a special skill set and a knowledge as well. And Kainoa looking at one and just bails off real quick. We saw Pink up and riding, and we'll get the roster queued up here with our live update. Stand by. We'll have scores coming up in a little bit, but I like Bullet Obra's approach of getting that first wave early, getting the barrel, kind of did the little hands out, wasn't the deepest barrel, but still had great positioning and got a pretty decent score on the board. And then he followed it up with another backup score. He wasn't quite as deep on that second one, but still, he's got 2 waves to his credit. Kai Lenny also, the fierce competitor, got 2 waves also. He's struggling to find the barrel. He was able to grab the rail, handle the paddle. That, to me, is amazing of how you're able to grab the rail, hold the paddle and the rail, and try to make it work all the way through. We'll see how it works when he finally gets behind the curtain. But so far, a little bit too much speed for Kai Lenny. Needs maybe to adjust his positioning a little bit to get that cover up, because here at the Backdoor Shootout, it's all about the barrel.
Backdoor Shootout, it's its name. You can backdoor, you can backdoor pipe, but as long as you're backdooring it, I guess you're doing good.
Yeah.
And back to stand-up paddling with the paddle and pulling your rail and doing all of this, it's a bunch of multitasking. And that's just too much going on in my brain.
And when it all goes wrong, then that's when they use the term yard sale.
Yeah.
Because your paddle's over there, your board's over there, maybe in two pieces.
You got to go pick up all your Okana on the beach.
And here's Bullet's replay, his second ride. Tucked in really nice right there. So from that angle, with the little boost and flare, but from that angle looking in, he was pretty deep.
Yeah, I mean, that looked great. You know what's funny is we're sitting on the beach right now watching this, and the waves don't look that big, and then you see the replay, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, that's some size out there. I mean, you're talking 6 to 8 foot faces. And
yeah, and that's approaching even 6 to 8 feet Hawaiian size, which is going to be like, 12 to 14, 16 feet in face value. And we're going to see that swell still come up throughout the day. And Bullet doing good to set his rail, but then gets decapitated. Luckily, that was an inside wave, so consequences not as dire, but we all know it doesn't take much to get hurt.
No,
here at
not
Pipeline.
at all. I mean, I'm so happy that Bullet is a tough person, because anybody else,
he could take a bullet.
Yeah. They might have got hurt on that one, but he's totally fine. I mean, these guys are warriors pretty much. Kai Lenny taking a look at Pipeline. This is a nice looking wave. He's trimming in the pocket, trying to slow down, but his board, those big boards go fast. Oh my.
Eesh. He landed right on his board. You saw that right there. Another tough guy though, and been through a lot surfing Jaws and surfing here at Pipe. And Kaylee Mamala just caught a little bit behind the section, not able to get out in front. We've seen him get some macking backdoor and pipe barrels.
In my opinion, Kili Mamala is like the most underrated surfer in the world, in my opinion.
Right.
I don't know if I'm just, siding, but, he's one of my favorite surfers.
I would say that's a fair statement. And given his multi-talented abilities, that is what I think that you're alluding to, of being, some of the best all-around watermen in the ocean right now. All these guys can do multiple things.
Yeah, this is all these guys. Oh, this is a replay of Bullet Obra.
Drone footage that second wave score. And we're going to refresh our screen, see if we can get...
It's so hard to sit in this chair and watch this all go down. And, that's just how exciting it is. I mean, these guys are out there putting it all on the line, and we get to watch it. This is great.
So we do have scores, Ulu.
Yeah.
So the first wave of Kai Lenny was a 5.67. Bullet Obra, he's still got some scores to come in. He's got a 4.67 so far, but we know that he's got more waves than that, so we'll let the system get itself updated. Mahalo to the Hui, and always putting on an epic event here during the shootout. Mahina, Uncle Eddie, the whole crew that comes together, all of the club members that handle everything from start to finish.
Yeah.
And this set right here, bro, we got our Hawaiian flag right here. We get our tea leaf covering and all of the good Hawaiian decorations. Anamo even slippers on, and we got chickens cruising in the bushes over here.
Yep.
So this is a real Hawaiian local kind broadcast that we love to do.
It's just as real as it gets, It's like any day at the beach, sitting down talking about these guys surfing and surrounded by a bunch of local people the way that it should be.
Yeah. Mahalo to, of course, the Quicksilver House right here. We're broadcasting live from. We've got our judges right above us. We've got a pretty awesome crew this year with Pancho Sullivan, Sean Briley, Miles Padaka. I think head judge Jerry is back in action, but bringing the surfers to the judges' tower to, give their perspective and hand out some scores. And of course, we operate on a 12-point scale.
Yes.
So a lot of these waves at Pipe can very easily exceed that limited 10-point scale, so we got to open it up.
I think we all know what a 10-point ride looks like, and it is absolutely amazing. But there's some waves that come through Pipeline, and you're just like, what was that? You know, like it's out of this world. So we don't know where to put it, so we throw a 12
we
at
got to
it.
show bigger scores.
Yeah.
Well, some sets rolling in. You see on the screen the nice trade wind breezes that are filling in to make the
Beautiful.
Pipeline do its thing. And who's going to be in position for this one? Looks like the big boss having a look in the green, but pulls out, and then Mamala air dropping. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
So much volume in the board. You're susceptible to the wind catching the bottom of a stand-up paddleboard because it's so wide. And
oh, here we go. We got some action out there.
oh, that was pink. That was Bullet Obra. But, you know, growing up here on the North Shore, we used to paddle out at Pipe and sit in the channel just to watch as Groms.
Yeah.
And to the day I caught my first wave at Pipe, I still could not believe how steep the wave is and how impossible it looks from the channel. And sitting in the channel looking in is supposed to give you more confidence, but actually it was making me more scared.
Kind of takes it away.
Man.
I was going to mention that, you know, like you've obviously had your years out here and you put your time in out here. You know, it's really good to be sitting here with you to, you know, kind of hear the experience that you have of this wave Pipeline. Because I hear you talking at every event, and, you know, I always wanted to hear your point of view on Pipeline.
It's like the most craziest, to me, like the most craziest like aquatic thrill ride that you can imagine. Of like, it's got the elements of a roller coaster where the drop is vertical. When you're looking down, you can't even see the middle of the wave. You see where you're at, and then you see the bottom. And you're like, okay, somewhere in between, there's like some face that I got to have my fins grab. And hurling yourself over that ledge takes a lot of encouragement from your friends. I'll say that, you know, one of the guys in the water, Kainoa McGee, always, you know, calling everybody out, go, when you hear that, and you hear your name come up.
When you hear his voice in general, you're like, oh, I better go.
I better go. Looks like it's mine.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing, too, here is like, you cannot pull back, bro. You got to go.
You got to go. The whole beach is watching.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we seen from Keali. He, you know, obviously he was paddling for that wave. And with the wind going up the face, and he has that commitment in him, and he just went for it, and it happens.
On that wave too that was always a factor here at Pipe is he was looking down the line at Kainoa, who was in a, you know,
deeper
possible position to go. I think Bullet or Kaileni was right there too. So when you're looking and you can't have your full commitment yet because you got to wait for the guys to either not go or pull back or tell you to go, the more you wait, the harder it gets. But there's sometimes you got to wait to see what everybody else is doing, and reacting off the other surfers can put you in a little bit of a tough spot. And I think Keali got caught right there where it was just, if he had his smooth stroke going with nobody behind, he would have made him easy. But having to hold up and wait a little bit like that, the wave got steeper, the wind got underneath, and thankfully he's okay, back out in the lineup. He's handled some iceberg waves and some huge Peahi and Chopo waves, and that wave right there at Pipe on this rising swell, it was pretty easy going for Keali to come back up and head back out.
Keali Mamala. That guy surfs Nazaré.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big Portugal wave.
That's like a 30-foot beach break. I mean, if that doesn't scare you, what does?
Yeah, in freezing cold water, which is always scary to me.
I think just us in Hawaii, we're pretty fortunate to have warm waters. And shout out to Hawaiian Water Patrol.
There they are, posted up on the beach. We saw some
keeping everybody safe.
Yeah. I think Kyle Pao is out there right now with Cliff Botello.
Yep.
They're on duty at the moment. And right now we got a couple of scores. So Wow, they really like Kai Lenny's grabbing the rail, even though not in the barrel. We're going to have maybe a discussion about that.
Yeah, we can go back on down.
He's outpointing Bullet Obra right now, and I honestly, I had it the other way around.
Yeah.
Me and you anyway. But so Kai Lenny's got a 6.67 and a 5.67, so he's in first. Bullet Obra's right there with a 4.67 and a 2.33. Keone Campbell is actually out there in the pink. So Bullet's in the red, Keone's in the pink. He's got a 3.5 and a 2.67. He's right now in third place, and that's where you got to be if you want to make the final. And Keli'i, just on the outside looking in, needs a 4.18. And Kainoa, just one wave score, 3.33. He needs a 3.68. And talk about when you're out there and you hear those whistles and the sets are coming and the butterflies, yeah?
Yeah, you're sitting out there and you hear the beach go up in a roar and you're like, okay, sets are coming, you know? And sometimes you're the only person at the peak and sometimes you're surrounded by your other competitors and you're like, bro, one of us is going to get this wave. And, you know, at times you're like, oh, this wave is big. Like, am I going to go? And then you see the other guys and you're like, bro, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Like, that gives you the extra push, that gives you the motivation. But the whistle is definitely an indication that sets are out the back. And as we're seeing, I think it's some of the biggest sets as far today. Bullet Obra treading through the barrel.
Wow.
This guy absolutely rips. Look how he turns that board.
Yeah.
It's like nothing to it.
Yeah, and a guy that kind of came onto the scene from the underground, and Keli'i Mamala
absolutely
getting barreled while you're looking at these two Hawaiians. Come on, you guys. What are you?
Yeah, why do you guys want to look at us? Here we go. Kainoa McGee.
Keli'i gets a barrel. Bullet threads one nicely in the lip line, and that should jostle up the scores because Mamala was in fourth, needing a 4.18, and that one was a pretty decent ride from Keli'i.
Keli'i and Mamala, I mean, style and grace, holding it all together in a nice pipeline barrel. He makes it look so easy.
He does.
And that's amazing. And Bullet's ride, I mean, treading the barrel just as he does.
I mean, you know, no pun intended, but he was going fast.
Yeah.
Like a bullet.
Like a bullet.
He's got the perfect name for the backdoor shootout, too.
Bullet Obra.
For in the shootout. So we got some scores to drop. Bullet is going to try to better his low score of a 2.33. Probably stay in second place. Kai is going to still have that lead, but that third place Keone Campbell and fourth place Keli'i Mamala, we could see a little flip right there because Mamala got his best wave hands down. He's got a 2.83 and a 2.5, and that last wave will be much better. So needs a 4.18. How are you on that score of a 4.18 with that last barrel for Keli'i?
Comparing it to other rides such as Kai Lenny and Bullet Obra, I would definitely put it past a 4.18. And as we're looking, the next heat's getting ready. But yeah, Keli'i will definitely move up a position in my eyes.
And there's a beautiful sight of just the lineup at Pipeline with only a few guys, like a dream scenario. You read all the magazines and all the surfers that travel from around the world just to watch the place, just to maybe paddle out. But a lot of them, if you ask them, you know, what your dream session would be, it would be Pipeline with only a few guys out.
Yeah.
And there's Bullet's wave that we just saw. And gosh, from that angle right there, that's a beautiful angle, dipping behind the lip and disappearing behind the curtain. I like that nice backdoor shot.
Yeah, that's
the drone shot.
The drone shot. This guy, he's on fire right now.
He is.
Yeah. That was some great surfing. He definitely, like, it looked like the lip was going to land right on his head, and somehow he pulled up into it at the perfect time. I mean, what great way to navigate through a pipeline wave.
Yeah, and you're right. It wasn't the easiest wave to navigate because it looked like it was going so fast. And to keep the speed with these big boards and to keep that rail engaged in the face of the wave, that is some serious talent.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable.
And here goes Kai Lenny, the heat leader,
Taking off at pipeline, grabbing his rail, pulling in, treading through pipeline.
And just to let you guys know, we'll be replaying all this action later on this evening. Mahalo to Spectrum Surf, Dean Luke, and the crew. You know Dean, I don't know if you've met him before, but he is the main reason why we have surfing on TV as much as we do, and we have the Surf Channel. He pioneered that Surf Channel some years ago, and we would have to, you know, stay up late at night or like find recordings or watch videos. Now, Surf Channel 24/7.
Much mahalo and aloha to Brother Dean for doing that, because now we can put a bunch of people on blast and give them some love.
Yeah, give them some credit, give them some love. And you see Kainoa still out there holding down the peak, trying to get one good one. So Bullet Obra still holding on to second. We're going to see how that score came in for Keali'i. Hopefully it'll be coming in soon. We don't have it updated just yet. They're still talking it over. But here's Kai Lenny's last wave, where just sneaking in front of the barrel. And that's been the tail of the heat for Kai. He's not been able to get real deep. And if you talk to him afterwards, I bet you that'd be the first thing he would say is, I did okay, but I wanted to be more deep. I just, you know, maybe it's the takeoff area, that's one thing, or slowing the board down somehow. But you're right, his equipment always built to go fast.
Oh, for sure. I mean, whether it's Peahi or any other big wave in the world, he's trying to outrun the wave. But here at Pipeline, you actually want to slow down and get in the barrel for sure.
Yeah, and with this westerly direction, the lefts, it's been all lefts. We haven't seen any backdoor yet.
Yeah.
And, you know, not sure if we will throughout the day, but if there's any surfers that could find it, it would be guys like Kai or Keali'i, the regular footers out there that'll be looking for it. I know Kainoa he's not all right. He's all left. And Bullet Obra, the goofy foot, you know, showing us on a couple lefts of what he can do. So far, the West Swell providing only the pipeline, but still plenty of action to come and a lot of talented backdoor seekers that are coming up.
Yeah. And you're talking to a goofy footer. I'm talking to a goofy footer.
Yeah,
if we're surfing out here and it's west, we're stoked.
Yeah. And
we'll go right, though.
We'll go right.
Yeah, we'll
you know,
go right.
if you got to go right, and if the opportunity presents itself. But it is all left so far. I just seeing a little bit of backdoor off of that left that we're watching there. You see the crowd starting to gather on the shoreline. That real high berm. We've had small surf the last few weeks, which has been great for me because I got a lot of chores at home.
Yeah.
So
you're not missing out on much.
I'm not trying to look at the ocean too much, but the berm is really high and creating some of the backwash that we saw this morning, and a little bit tricky. So navigating on the wave, we've seen some of the guys played a little bit safe and just feeling it out, but that berm definitely making some backwash.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Backwash is one of the most, I mean, besides the reef and the crowd, you can't fight with backwash. That just adds a whole nother danger factor to Pipeline, as we kind of seen this morning. But, yeah, the west swell with the current running along the shore, pushing more towards Sunset area, you know, it looks like it's calming down a bit, and that's good. That's really good.
With each of those big sets, it kind of peels away a layer of the sand and breaks it down so it becomes flatter so that we don't see that steep berm. And hopefully by day's end, it'll be much flatter, much rounder, and won't have that reverb back out into the ocean. That is a great point you brought up, that besides those, you know, obvious safety hazards at Pipeline, the reef and the crowd, man, that backwash can really put you in a tight spot.
You don't play with backwash for sure.
Unless you live Makaha.
Unless you live Makaha, yeah. Those Hawaiians down there, they get down with backwash. But another positive thing about the west swell pulling all this sand down towards that way, the houses by gas chambers and right there at Rocky Point, it puts the sand back to where it should be so that it saves their homes down there. And
And save some of the beach at sunset, too.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
looking much better than it did a few weeks ago. Of course, the North Shore has been in the news with the beach erosion lately. And it's, pretty much all those north swells just take that sand away from that beach. So the west, like you said, Ulu, will hopefully start to put it back. And not sure exactly how big this swell is going to get, but I read on some reports it'll just kind of be approaching the advisory level. So maybe in the, possibly getting into the 8 to 10 foot range, Hawaiian size, maybe. But that's still yet to be seen. So far, I don't know, the biggest set, Hawaiian size, I'm thinking maybe like probably 8 feet max on the biggest one we've seen.
Biggest one, for sure,
at the peak of the wave, the apex where it was the biggest. So still got some room to fill in this swell, but perfect for a great showcase of stand-up paddleboarding. That heat is all pow, and we're going to see if Keali'i got the score, and he did. So he got a 7.
Amazing.
On that backside barrel. And then Bullet holds on to second like we thought he would. That puts Keone Campbell down in 4th. Kainoa McGee just had the one wave, kind of was searching through the lineup quite a bit and being a bit choosy, and he knows this wave as good as anybody, and if he's not in the right position to get a good one, he'll just assume not go.
Yep.
And he'll be back to announcing duties after this heat. And heat number 2 is on deck. They've just started, and we'll get into that heat right here with a good one. It's going to be a good one because
this is definitely a stacked heat.
We've got Mo Freitas in the red. He's always a threat no matter how big or small the waves. Nolan Keolana, legendary family, ocean-going, waterman family, talented guy, lifeguard. Pomai Ho'opili from North Shore, Hawaiian Water Patrol, extremely talented. Tehotu Wong, I believe from Tahiti.
From Tahiti.
Is a threat as well. And then Zane Schweitzer, the Maui boy, always up for doing something crazy.
Huge
and
name
then
in stand-up paddling.
Brother Derek Hamasaki from Oahu. He's more underground type, but really formidable in the stand-up game. And looking forward to watching this heat and these guys go at it.
And that's what I love so much about this event. Just read the names and there you have it. Mo Freitas. I remember doing a sunset contest with him.
Yeah.
He's super good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course the Kealanas.
Yeah, how often, because you're also a multi-wave rider kind of guy.
Small kind.
And I've been down to Uncle Boogie's event down at Po'iki, and I think that's where I got my first glimpse of you and the Hawani'os and everything you guys do over there. And what's your favorite? I don't know. What's your favorite time to stand up paddle, or when do you?
For me, it's funny because growing up on the Big Island, it was like you ride whatever you can get your hands on.
For real. No, where you guys stay, bro. It's like you're cut off from the world down there.
And Kainoa Hawanio, he was the first one that had the real stand-up paddle on the south side of the Big Island. So I would always ask him like, "Oh, I can borrow." And of course he would let me in. Then other days I would shortboard, bodyboard, longboard. Just anything I could get my hands on to be in the water. The waves on the Big Island don't really exceed amazing. It always just stays fun. So you gotta find ways to have fun, and whatever you can get is what you ride.
Yeah. I mean, not that you do all that much shore break body surfing, but there's plenty of places to swim out and body surf. And watching these body surfers earlier just reminded me of like when we're Groms, and even to this day, like I still, if I can get to the ocean to do something, if it's something as simple as body surfing and riding a couple shore break barrels, like that can fulfill your need to just get wet and get the feeling of getting tossed around and the power of the ocean. It's such a fun way to do it.
For sure. And here up in riding, we got Pomai Ho'opili, just absolutely threading through that wave at Pipeline, doing a bunch of cutbacks. And, you know, turning these big boards aren't as easy as it looks. Gotta get some strong legs. And
Gotta have strong legs.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, he's always out there on his stand-up paddle, riding waves and having fun. I see him a lot at Rocky Point. And, you know, I see him do that every day. But that is some serious talent right there. And all of these guys have it. This is our second heat in the stand-up paddle. And, yeah, just started. That was the first wave ridden.
So Pomai coming through with a wave. No barrel on that one, but just getting some maneuvers in, setting his rails. You know, a lot of these first waves, especially on this kind of swell where it's coming up, you want to just get a feel and break in easy and not really go too huge too early. But if the opportunity presents itself, you got to take it. Zane was just a little too deep on that one. That was Zane Schweitzer in the blue. And it looks like another opportunity popping up here. We'll see who's in position. It looks like Blue Zane Schweitzer is underneath and is going to go straight into the barrel.
Pulling in. That's how you pack a barrel at Pipeline on a stand-up paddleboard.
Yeah, he was underneath the lip on that one, and you saw him move up towards the nose, and you look at their feet and how much on the inside rail they are as green. Tehotu Wong. Yeah, just packing a barrel right in front of Zane Schweitzer.
That was the Hail Mary right there.
Well, sometimes safest place to be in the barrel.
Oh, for sure.
Derek Hamasaki. And he's going to bail out. That one just came together. But we're going to show you some more action from this stand-up paddle heat. But Uluboy, been a pleasure.
Thank
you so much, bro.
That was good fun.
We'll have you back in here for sure.
Mahalo, everybody, for tuning in.
We're going to watch a replay of Pomai, and Uluboy is going to go watch the action. And we'll bring in Jace Lau for some color commentary. But huge mahalos to Uluboy and super talented Hawaiian surfer from the Big Island representing the Hui. And he'll be coming up in the shortboard division on our subsequent days. He doesn't surf today, so we'll bring Uluboy back, that's for sure. He is going to be a crowd favorite in years to come, in my humble opinion. And checking out Zane Schweitzer, pulling in steep, deep, and underneath, but not able to find the exit. Here's looking in at the barrel from the Water Patrol cam. And some incredible images being displayed right now, looking into the Pipeline barrel with all of that equipment that is required to fit into the barrel. Derek Hamasaki on the replay just bails out as that wave collapses. So those were the first exchanges from Zane Schweitzer, from Derek Hamasaki, Pomai Ho'opili, and Tehotu Wong. We're bringing on Jace Lau with us here in heat number 2, the 2018, the Hui Backdoor Shootout presented by Weed Maps, all in memory of Duke Paoa Kahanamoku. How's it, Jace?
Aloha. As Kavika would say, put some bass in your voice.
He's trying, man. He's trying. We get the audio adjustments over here. We're turning up the bass.
Am I on? I'm
yep,
on.
Here we are.
Live.
Boom.
What's up?
Live and direct. Surf channel, surfline.com. Mahalo for all of our supporters putting on this 2018 Backdoor Shootout. You know, it's grown from just shortboarding to all of this kind of wave riding. We started with body surfing. Now we're in stand-up paddleboarding. We got longboarding coming up next. Pretty mean.
Alaya next, but everything.
Hey, you lie.
You lie.
No lie.
Basically, we have the jet ski tow-in nationals.
Yeah, the step-off nationals.
Step-off pro.
Internationals.
Yeah. I see the little humps moving away over here on the berm. Hopefully the backwash gets a little better.
Yeah, hopefully throughout the day, it'll get smoother and rounder and just more flat so that we don't have that backwash that we had this morning, because it was looking like Pipeline Makaha earlier.
1.5 foot backwash coming out at you. Not too good with one stand-up board and one paddle. It's a lot of accessories to handle out here with backwash, but I see the tides dropping. Look at that beautiful drone shot. Care of Salt Air Studios. Mike Prickett with Ikaika Kimura on the handles in the room here.
Yeah,
Just came
how
out
is
the
it
truck.
going in the trailer?
Oh, a little bit technicalities here and there, but
It's not easy when you got salt, wind, sand. You know, these kinds of the beach wasn't made for these kinds of broadcasts, and you guys do a hell of a job getting everything up and running and put onto the screen as clear and as quality images.
Look at that, Pat Myers on the drone. We've been here for days trying to get all these things to talk to each other, minusing out putting better cameras in. Now we got the Red Nation. We got the Monstros in the middle, straight on. We got another red down at Yester's or towards the Weed Maps area.
That's all
red cams.
production technical talk there.
Yeah, Spanish. Yeah, so yeah, just from even this area right here, this been moved 3 places already. This
I know.
area.
We were appreciating the lovely decorations that are in here, and that we got our feet in the grass. We got like chickens in the bushes over here.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this is country style, core North Shore kind of how we like to do them.
This is the last big little contest run by Hawaiians for surfers. And you know, the sad thing about pro surfing today is that Hawaiians made up surfing, but on the international level, we have no say. And I'm just going to leave the rest up to you, Rock. What do you think about that?
Well, I think I agree 100% that Hawaiians were the first documented and invented surfing. What I also like to point out is that Hawaiians still inventing things in modern day. Hawaiian Water Patrol, inventing the rescue techniques that have been now translated through around the world into Department of Defense, into
Navy
every
SEALs,
big wave.
Navy SEALs.
Yes, into every big wave or even just lifeguarding venue.
Yeah.
The use of jet skis and those techniques invented right here by Hawaiians, Teria Hui, Mel Pu'u, Brian Keolana, Dennis Govea, and just continuing the Hawaiian innovation and
Inno-native, they call that, Rock.
Inno-native.
Inno-native.
I like that word.
Yeah. You figure
Another
it out.
thing that Hawaiians invented and were the first documented to do that is less known is fish farming.
Oh, yeah.
And making the fish ponds. I kind of share that with our visitors as much as I can when we have the opportunity to go on a surf outing or surf adventure. We start with a Hawaiian cultural introduction and a few of the things about ahupua'a and taking care of the land, the lo'i, the fish ponds, all of that good stuff that is very important to share with the world and also to know that, hey, Hawaiians had it right.
Yeah, way ahead of its time, actually, you know. A lot of things. Hawaiians had electric before the White House, you know what I mean? Iolani Palace was powered up.
And the Hawaiian that we're honoring with this event, Duke Kahanamoku, can't say enough about that legendary individual who was an Olympian. He was an excellent waterman, obviously. He was a great ambassador for the nation of Hawaii. And also, he was the sheriff of Honolulu at one point in time.
And he had free gas because he had his own gas station.
And he had own gas station.
Yeah. But, Hawaiians well advanced in their times. Also, these popular surf spots were ali'i spots. You couldn't just surf.
Right.
At Queens before,
right?
Or
even ali'is.
Yeah, exactly.
It was for ali'i.
Yeah,
down the road in Haleiwa.
Yeah, that's the bummer thing. We don't need people coming over here telling us what we need. We know what we need. Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, you don't be changing the zoning all of a sudden. Who is these people? Can you tell me?
Zone changes should remain as they are. Agriculture, we love agricultural land. I do appreciate that all the beaches are kept public and open to everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of folks that come over to Hawaii are in shock by that, but they appreciate that too. Like, wow, you can just, it's like, and I explained that it's for cultural rights to gather fish, to ride the waves.
Put your canoe on it.
To get your canoe out there, to
let's not start that.
Engage in all of the ocean activities that have been existing for thousands of years here on the islands. And Zane Schweitzer, bruh, the boards
You
are
see that?
so small.
Yeah.
He was waist deep, bruh.
Yeah, that reminded me of the first time Brian Carolina said, "Hey, try this one." And I went on and I sank. He's like, "You gotta keep moving,
You
know."
gotta keep
I was
paddling
like,
around
huh?
in a circle.
Yeah, like, but you working out, but you're not even working out. You can catch cramp. See, he just caught cramp right there. But yeah, ahead
Check
of
out
their
the reef
time,
right
and
there.
look at that beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Pat Myers on drone. Beautiful. We got Larry. This is the first time in about 10 years we had a live ski cam.
Yeah.
Never had a drone on the Hui Shootout. So
Wow, breaking new grounds.
Yeah.
I like it.
breaking cords too. Look
No-
at this.
no more wires.
Here we go. We got Blue up and riding.
Zane Schweitzer.
Z-Dog
So,
Junior slams it off the top.
In the growth of stand-up paddleboarding, as we watch another ride here from Pomai Ho'opili, we'll get right back to it. We'll watch Pomai live action, tucking in, soul arching.
And Cruncho.
But as stand-up paddleboarding was growing, I was curious as to be who would be the first to bus an aerial on the stand-up paddle. And the first I saw completed on video was of Zane Schweitzer a few years ago. And I'm sure there's, the list of top-level stand-up paddle guys like Kai Lenny and Keahidea Boyts and all those guys that compete on that level had been trying it. But the first guy I saw was Zane Schweitzer completing an air. Here's Pomai Ho'opili completing a hard rail cutback.
On his carbon fiber
Cool wood.
Kevlar banger.
Look like
2500, it's yours. 2500 Kevlar special.
wow, bulletproof, huh?
Yeah.
No bullet knocking right on
I
them.
don't know, bullets on more small. You see the 22 bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jace Lau, Rocky Cannon, bringing you the
Aloha.
action here at the Weed Maps presents the Hui Backdoor Shootout, all in memory of Duke Po'o Kahanamoku. There's some beach walkers going upwind and some more folks coming downwind as we watch a replay of Pomai casually in that pipe barrel. We've seen a little bit of a lull in the big sets. The swell was pulsing and increasing over the last couple heats, and it kind of has backed off a little bit. Not sure what the max forecast is for this swell. I think it's right around the 8 to 10 foot range, maybe Hawaiian size, maybe a little smaller for the rest of the day to fill in.
Tide dropping.
Getting more low.
Little windy though. Right around his gums, you can feel it, see it. So a little protected right here from the Paumalu Point. Yeah, we got Pops over here on the mic. Adding some color to the beach commentary.
Who?
Pop. Oh, that's Kainoa.
Oh, I gotta look over there.
That's Pops. Okay, here we go. Somebody on the
wow.
right.
All right.
Slams it
Ooh.
off the top.
Hamasaki.
Derek.
And when he does turns like that, he prefers that we pronounce his name Hama.
Oh, Hamasaki. Oh, wait.
Oh, I like
Derek Hamasaki. Hey,
like-
you can say some stuff at this contest. The other contest, Rocky likes say stuff so bad. He just come by us in the Wild Patrol tent and just
I got to vent.
them out. You gotta watch you.
But the Hamasaki, oh, bro.
That was two
We
strokes.
should go to the sushi bar and Hama some sake.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story.
So right now we
But-
got Pomai. Who else? Tehotu, Zane, and Derek.
So here we go. This is Zane at backdoor, the first right-hander we've seen
Pull in.
all morning, and I think that's going to be a common result with this west swell. If you're looking at backdoor, not going to be too open today.
Door shut.
And there goes the Hamasaki.
Yeah, doing the walk. I would definitely walk around with that today. No too much water over
It's
there.
pretty nuts, though, that the stand-up paddleboarding has evolved to where these guys can carry the board under their arm, and no need have to be on the kind orangutan arm like mine will fit around them.
Yeah.
These guys small, but they still can fit their arm around the board.
Yeah, without the handle.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
And then that means you can be about knee deep. That's all that means.
Yeah, paddling in circles, no can stop. But when you get on the wave, oh, brah, you can unload.
Unload.
Is Mo Freitas not here? I don't see the red jersey out there, and I don't see a score for him yet. And also trying to see if I don't think Nolan Keolana is here either.
Yeah, they have the Melvin's contest too on the west side right now.
Oh yeah, Melpu'u was supposed to be doing some commentary, but we'll have him on later days, I'm sure, as he's handling, I think, the 12th annual.
I'm not sure, but he just retired, so congratulations.
It was on the news, but I seen him.
Congratulations, Uncle Mel.
Congratulations. Years of service.
Retired city and county, fought for the wages, and
huge proponent of that.
Yeah, huge. Rallies, sign waving, and many levels of political action over here. And those steps could be a lengthy process. And here we go, some waves coming in. Pomai, Rocky Point Commander Jr. coming out. And hey now, not everywhere you can. Come on, Pomai, you gotta hold that top, Hawaiian. Hold that top. Okay, and he got barreled.
He got barreled.
And he was going,
almost made him.
Now Bonga like the board back.
Is that where he got it from?
You asked too much questions. Okay, here we go.
Goodness.
Set's coming out the back. And we got Blue taking a look. Zane, I don't know. He's not well.
Looking
going
at backdoor,
grabbing it, and just getting outed. He's in and out, and a leave tonight.
Well, that
he young yet.
Section over there is so shallow. And to be doing it backhand on a sup is pretty mind-boggling.
Yeah, and he took off
brave.
cheater 5 with the grab.
But how's Pomai? That was the deepest stand-up barrel we've seen of the day so far.
Pomai inside.
And he was all up in there. And he came out. That's the main thing, is when you pull in here at Pipe, to get the full potential of the score, you gotta come out.
Yeah.
Come out standing. Clean, in control.
And he went for the floater even.
He had enough to do a cutback, go for the floater. So that's going to be probably one of the better scores we've seen.
Oh, Z-Dog just went in reverse going up the face. You're right.
Well, here we go. This is Tehotu Wong, our Tahitian. And Tehotu holding it right there, going for the hand drag. Good footwork there to keep the board from purling in that steep section. Not really a deep barrel, but it'll be his best score so far and something for him to build on.
Get on the board, work out the kinks. Tehotu Wong.
So Pomai Ho'opili pulls together a 5.0. I think maybe that was a previous wave, because I gotta say that barrel's gotta be pushing into the excellent.
7.67.
So there's the score. There it is.
7.67.
And there's Pomai again, not able to get that one, but
trying to stay busy.
On a roll, small kind.
Yeah. Good thing this is the only contest. You work water patrol, you can enter. It's not that kind of HSA, yeah. So Pomai on his break. Get to partake, body surf, and stand up.
Hey, now.
Yeah, so probably took Ikaika's place.
I think so.
Yeah. Not big enough for Kaika anyway.
Maybe get some out of action going on, which is all good. We all get multiple actions going on as we see small kind hand drag from Tehotu Wong. And I like that little bit of footwork at the end, because if he didn't do that, he would have went over the handlebars.
Yeah.
With that little adjustment, the adjustment.
You better be ready for adjustment. every second on that. Look how big that thing is. Compared to everybody else's boards. And here we go, Pink up and riding.
That's Derek.
D Hammer. Yeah.
Just a quick up and down for him, though. But he's currently in third, and that's where you want to be, with 4 guys in the heat. Top tree advance.
And here we go. Blue taking a look on the left. Z-Dog from Maui slams it off the top, cutting back, and trying to make it around the section, and does not.
So that's happening off your screen, just so you guys know. Right now we're watching Derek Hamasaki and Tehotu Wong make it back out to the lineup for hopefully another wave before the end of the heat. They've got some work to make up. Right now, Pomai and Zane in first and second. Derek is in third. He's in the pink right there. Tehotu Wong needs a 3.62, but Derek going to try to extend the margin here, pulling in at backdoor.
Oh.
And the heat is going to end right now.
Oh, interesting.
So Tehotu Wong in the green jersey. He's going to bow out. It'll be Pomai advancing in first, Zane Schweitzer in second, Derek Hamasaki in third, Tehotu Wong bows out in fourth, and of course no shows from Mo Freitas and Nolan Keolana, so they are out of the event, and we'll have Pomai, Zane, and Derek moving on to the final. Coming up next, we're going to get into more big board surfing, and this will be the start of our longboard heat as we speak. And there's the crowd on the beach hanging out, watching the bonsai pipeline, and the current moving so fast. You see how that left to right motion on the water moving across, as we see in the pink jersey. First ride from a longboard competitor. And that is...
Hey, they gonna run that Mason then? No, not today. Not today.
Just getting our webcast scores all loaded up and ready to display.
All right. Makamai coming in hot. Makamai DeSoto. And we got black Kaniala Stewart, Ayala's younger brother, coming on the longboard scene. Prickett on the ones and twos. Here we go.
So we've got round one, heat one of this longboard heat. We got Zach Howard in the red, Dino Miranda in the white, Kaniala Stewart we saw briefly in the black, Makamai DeSoto is out there in the green, Ned Snow in the blue, Phil Rajman is in the pink. So a pretty stacked longboard heat right here. We got a couple of guys that were world champ. I know Dino Miranda, former world champion, at least brother of a world champ, Makamai DeSoto. And I know Ned Snow has been at or near the top many years now.
He's in the podium always.
And then you got California guy Zach Howard. Haven't seen him around lately, but household name for professional longboarding dating back to the late 90s and all the way through the 2000s.
Oh, you're tagging him.
Tagging him.
Here we go.
Miranda from the late 80s action. Still going, the guy.
Yeah, he's still going.
And an unreal artist at that too. So he paints on canvas and he paints on waves.
And he was steering the Hokulea coming in, training with Uncle Archie this last voyage. Hey, Ben, livescoring.com. Severson? Yep. Thank you, sir. We got all the boys in their little niche putting in action. We got Reef
picking up rubbish, cleaning house.
Rivers to the left. And yeah, how's them Jacksonville Jaguars?
Oh, bruh.
Rocky's the only one of 2 Jacksonville Jaguar fans on all of Hawaii.
Yes. Who's the other one?
My friend I work with, Glenn Lycona from down the docks. Here we go. And green. Who was that?
That was Makamai.
Makamai. Mara Flaka, a.k.a. on the Instagram.
Oh, okay. That's how we do them.
Yeah, last year he got some sick ones. He's hooked, Rock. He's hooked.
Yeah, this place will definitely put its hooks in you once you get a good one out here, and once you figure out the lineup and how to. I mean, you're never gonna totally, have it figured out to be safe, but it's a place where when you get it figured out, you know where to sit, you know where to put yourself, and be efficient out here. Man, it is a hard place to stay away from. It's addicting, that's for sure.
Yeah. Rocky had his share of goofy foot bangers from behind and underneath and all of the above.
And, you know, the crowd doesn't make it easy out here. And everybody's watching on the beach, so you cannot pull back, bro.
Yeah.
Once you pull back, you might as well come in.
Especially when they're calling your name.
And when you're calling it, when your name gets called, I mean, it's like everybody's watching, and they throw you the ball, and then it slips right out of your fingers, and you're never gonna get the pass again.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta take it, and you better do something.
I mean, even if you go and get donuts, at least you went.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing where if you pull back, it is just, man.
Even then, you know they're laughing like, go, hey!
Yeah. Yeah, look at this one. Watch him go. Oh, the young bucks, man. You got to put in your time. You got to take those on the head. You got to go on the ones that the older guys say to go on and prove yourself.
Yeah, and if you can't do it, just don't try. Just surf the regular spots. Leave it to. This is for the experience only, please. Definitely no stand-up paddlers. We have enough at Pipeline. Thank you. Yeah, boys, I said it. No learning stand-up paddling out here.
For sure, you want to be using your skills and your equipment where it's best appropriate. And that's just safe for everybody, not only for yourself, but it is a common courtesy.
Etiquette, they call it.
And that we have to adhere to as the world populates and gets more surfers in the water, more people engage. Hey, I'm all for everybody
more zoning
enjoying.
gets changed.
I'm all for everybody enjoying the ocean.
Yeah.
As long as we're doing it safely and responsibly. And, you know, and we can do it together, and everybody's, like we said, kind of obeying the etiquette and sticking to the proper areas with the proper equipment. That's the hugest thing. And
not just here. I mean, even West Side. You know,
going
all you
all
guys
up and
that
down.
are beginners, you guys just stay at Barber's Point. You guys don't have to go to tracks and up and up and up. You guys stay where you are. You're fine. Everybody stay their area. Stay the course.
Stay the course.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, but yeah. This is that contest when we can say stop. And here we go.
What you like? Scores coming in. We got to get that
update
wave of Makamai De Soto, and it was a 3.67, and he's got a 2.83, so he's in first.
Yeah.
Ned Snow in the blue has a 3.67 also, and a 1.67, so he's in second. Caniella Stewart, his first wave of 2.5. Here's Zach Howard. First wave for Zach, sneaking in the back door. And we talked about this west swell limiting the backdoor opportunities, but if anybody can find them, it's these guys. And Zach Howard, that regular foot surfer from California, coming out here for many, many years and knows this wave pretty well. And he found a nice little backdoor gem.
Yep, I made it out clean, a little bit cover up. And here we go. Somebody.
That's white. That is Dina Miranda, former world champion.
Close out.
And you talked about Dino
coming in on the Hokulea.
Oh,
here we go. Somebody's out here.
That is pink. That's Phil Rajman.
I see that guy everywhere. West Side, North Shore. Putting in his time, both sides. A little rain squabble coming in here.
Yeah, we should see some passing showers throughout the day, but let's talk about the incredible Hui Backdoor Shootout event and what it's become. And I remember when it first started, I think it's almost 20 years ago now. I think 1997 was the first year. We'll get a confirmation. 18
or 20.
But because 2017 would make 20 years, gang, from 1997.
Oh my God! Oh, because of Kamalanio, boo.
But almost right. We'll say 20 years. It's been around, and we'll get a confirmation on whether it's 19 or 21. But pretty sure I remember being on the beach here in '97, watching Johnny Boy Gomes drop in to just the latest backdoor wave, airdropping, setting the rail immediately, disappearing for like 24 hours, and coming out,
pointing at you,
getting a 12, pointing at us on the beach, and we're like, oh my God, he's pointing at me. And from that, and was like Uncle Norm and Uncle Moot on the commentary,
Yeah.
which was legendary.
Yeah.
And then
Uncle Butch on the side.
we had winners like Johnny Boy. We had John and Jamie O'Brien win this event. We've
Kelly.
had Kelly win this event. We've had it moved to Sunset
We
for
got
a
a
shootout one
championship
year.
reel even. You guys got that championship reel queued up in there?
So it's gone to Sunset Beach.
How about this?
Back here at Pipeline. And you've got a radio, Jace, for communication
Yeah, I can talk to you guys.
to the inside.
You should put your camera on this right now. Yeah, you guys got that champion reel in there?
Live directing. Multitasking. How much hats you
And
get
here we
on,
go.
man? You get on a couple hats
Couple
underneath
hats
there.
And here we go, White taking a look. Dino Kalepa coming in.
Who?
I'm joking.
Oh.
He was training on the Archie on the Hokulea, so you going hyphen now.
Okay.
Dino Miranda Kalepa.
Yeah, it's
Fuzzy
got a nice
Jr.
ring to it.
Yeah, there was training coming in. I think Ian Walsh even got to steal a little bit. I got the
right
footage.
on.
Yeah. Ian Walsh, his movie was sick. But
Distance
yeah,
Between Dreams.
yeah,
That one.
very great, good sound design, I'd say. Prickett did that too, right, Prickett? Prickett's on the 1s and 2s, cutting all these cameras. Yeah.
Glad to see Brother Mike back in action, whether it's water, trailer, beach, helicopter, wherever. He's everywhere.
Salt
back
Air
in action.
Studios.
Salt Air. Love it.
Yeah. And here we go. We're in the longboard heat. In the lead right now, Makamai De Soto with a total of 6.5. And Ned Snow in second place, 5.34. And we got the next heat going out. Looks like Kai Salas in white. And in pink, who you claiming that is?
Scotty Fong, yeah?
Scotty Fong.
Scotty Fong Jr.
Yeah,
Not to be mistaken.
with his pilot license.
And Brother Scotty won the Turtle Bay Open back in October.
Yep, that's him.
And I believe he was having a Mai Tai before the final. That's how Scotty Fong rolls.
Yeah, that sounds like the guy.
He got a barrel and like a 9-point something in the final. And I swear, half an hour earlier, he was downing Mai Tais.
And Ned Snow stalling, grabbing reel. I seen that Okole stall and sneaks out. Smart surfing by Ned
Oh,
Snow.
right there, bro. Next band name, I'm calling it. Okole Stall.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go, up and riding in
That's
the red jersey.
Red.
That is Zach Howard
Zach
finding the
Howard
barrel.
creeping on a come up. Pulled in, perfect timing. He got a right barrel and a left barrel now, Rock.
Yep, so he's working both directions. And right now, he's in need of a score. He's currently in 6th place. So to crack the top tree, he needs a 3.02. I don't think we have his first score on the board at a 2.33, but here's his second
replay.
score and a nice little cover up right there. Good technique on the backhand. Even went for number 2, trying for the 2-for-1 special.
Oh, yeah, but one is better than none. He got one right barrel cover up, one left. So looking good for Ned. You see that he's maybe changed the score right there with that wave. And I see Phil's trying to... Zach Howard, I believe, will be coming up with that last wave. Scores coming through, standing by.
All right, so beach announcers getting that information to our surfers in the water of the situation. And
told
Zach went from 6th all the way to 1st.
I tell you.
Wow. With a 5.0 backside pipeline score. Here we go, up and riding Makamai De Soto.
Trying to come around.
And you know, we haven't seen those big sets coming in. Seems like the swell backing off just a little bit, Jace. And could be a tidal shift. It could be the swell maybe starting to max out a little bit. But look at that barrel right there by Pink, Phil Rajman. And at backdoor, blue is up and riding. That's Ned Snow. And brother Ned kicking out.
Little exchange.
Mahalo to Kona Red
Oh, I'm gonna try this.
for keeping us nice and
Kona.
hydrated and energized.
Kind of scared.
Yeah, we're going to be in fast forward, Bombay.
We don't need
But
be
that's how you like
oh,
beer.
here
You
we
need the
go.
energy.
Here we go. White grabbing it. Dino.
Miranda
Dino.
Kalepa.
Miranda Kalepa. Star of Gladness. Coming in hot.
He is glad
Oh,
right
his eyes was closed, Hawaiian. And he still made them all braille right there.
now. Yep. Going with the by feel.
Sometimes it's all feeling. You think Dodge Doodle can see where he going. Rock point, switch stance.
Backside.
Backside, most side, they switch stance then. He's like the rusty. Here we go. Pink. Oh, he gets a shinner. That was Zach Howard in first, currently holding it down.
Well, that could change. We've got a good score coming for Dino, Miranda,
And once again, stalling in.
and Phil Rajman also had a pretty
Phil.
decent score prior to that.
Whoa!
So right now,
Action.
Ned Snow and Makamai DeSoto could be threatened by a couple of scores coming in from Phil and Dino. We just hit the refresh.
And it's like we have it.
And here's a replay. Check it out, the backdoor view. That was Ned Snow. He's got a score coming
Stalling.
too, so it's going to be
Judges have to work hard right here, and this is the first flurry of
that's a
real
flurry,
work.
McFlurry action.
Yeah, McFlurry, Blizzard, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's getting colder. Wind's coming up.
Yeah, I know. We're chilly in here in Hawaii. I know everybody on the East Coast and the Midwest is tripping
Yeah.
with all
And
of
a
the cold
replay.
weather, but we're enjoying 70 plus and
With a
stalling
stall.
for that one with the Okole drag.
Slash rail grab.
Not enough Otole on that one.
No more enough.
But got a score prior to that. We'll have that one coming in. He had a pipe wave that was able to thread through most of the section. Couldn't make it out clean, but still
You never know.
put himself in position to get a decent score. Dino Miranda's score, 7.0. That backside pipeline wave came out
Snuck out.
by feel. Like you said, eyes closed, the braille action, and finds himself a 7.0. He was in sixth,
Yeah.
and he goes to first.
Two times that happened.
Two surfers able to go from sixth all the way to first. And that was Dino, the last one. Zach Howard now down to second. He was the previous guy that did that. Now Makamai DeSoto is on the bubble with Ned Snow. He's got a backdoor score to put in, and we'll see where we have the situation as those scores come in. Kanila Stewart in fifth needs a 4.84 at this point. Phil Rajman needs a 5.16. They're on the hot seat of elimination with Ned Snow creeping up from fourth place, nipping at the heels of Makamai DeSoto.
Yeah.
You see them all tightly
They
packed
just
right
gotta
there.
drop that low score. They be in business. Everyone has one low score that they're trying to get rid of, and
Blues now in first place.
no,
Second
negative.
third place, Rand.
Negative. So yeah, we're just letting you guys know we're not doing live scoring right now, but there is live scoring. So when the surfing starts, we're gonna be.
We don't have the visual for you guys,
Yeah,
but
we'll
we've got
tell
the
you
audio.
guys.
And right now, still
I stay hogging Rocky's screen over here.
needing that score. So it is Ned Snow who now goes from fourth to first. He gets a 4.67. So this heat's super tight. Still anybody's game. Makamai is down to fourth. He now needs a 5.01.
And taking a look, green.
And
Makamai
pearl dive.
DeSoto.
That was a steep one right there. And with the longboard, you got so much board
Win.
that it just stabs right into the bottom of the wave.
And we got White taking a look and being smart. Uncle Dino Miranda.
So all of our top three surfers right now had to climb from the bottom of the heat to get into the advancing positions. And here goes Blue Ned Snow, your heat leader, right over the nose
Oh my goodness.
of Dino Miranda. And small kind traffic jam out there when it looked like the kind H1, H2 merge.
Was that Miranda's right away?
Miranda rights.
Don't quote me, but
Oh, bro, I don't know.
that was
No, I think
Uncle Status.
I think Ned had to maneuver around him, and of course he never run him over, so
You
you
know,
gotta
Dino-
take the donuts.
Dino couldn't just give him that smile, but here we go. Take a replay of Makamai. Just a dug rail from the get on
so
that one.
steep, that's why.
Yeah, wind coming up, chops in the face, and some sets coming in, guys. Standing by, tide dropping, and you can tell by how just fast it's. Look at the shelf showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water's moving fast too on the inside. That current so strong, and it's encouraging to see it get stronger and stronger because that means the swell is getting bigger and the waves are getting more consistent. So
And the berm's moving
we
away
want that
right here.
sand to move around too.
All you guys wondering what happened to Sunset Beach? It's right here and taking off.
Kaniala.
Kaniala, baby Queens, Stewart. Ayala Stewart's younger brother. There's a time when you just don't. Once you surf out here, you're from town, you'll never want to surf town the whole year until you gotta. I mean, these kids grow up in the streets in Waikiki, and they see more than you see in your whole life by the time they're 15. So, you know, getting out of the hood and coming out here and getting one Hanai family out here is always key. And here we go.
Phil Rajman.
Grabbing,
wow,
adjusting.
Good technique right there.
And pulling it with the drop knee, coming out,
wow.
cross step from here to Makaha and back. Phil Rasman.
Who is that?
He's the guy.
That was a sick barrel.
Who is that?
Bruh,
Yeah.
put his name on top of the map right there.
That's
on
the
top
world
of the weed
champ,
maps.
boo. That's the guy.
Wow.
Yeah. The longboard champ.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, where you been?
Jeez, bro. I've been
Pumping.
with my head down.
babies.
2 babies and a remodel. But diaper factory that's still getting remodeled.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've not been able to keep up as much with the longboard side of the World Surf League, but Phil Rajman, obviously very talented.
Yeah.
And I think that one's going to take him to... Bro, these guys is playing musical
Yeah,
chairs
they're
at the
going
top.
from 6th to 1st, three guys, like counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Ish.
Whichever way,
3:20 to
whichever way your
go.
clock goes, it's going the other way. But what a wave by Phil Rajman. I'd love to see that one again. And it
And
comes in
here
at
we
a
go.
7.67. So he goes from 5th to 1st. Ned Snow in 2nd. Dina Miranda now in 3rd. Zach Howard, the first man to go from 6th to 1st, now in 4th, needing a 4.17. Kaniala Stewart still in 5th, and then that puts Makamai De Soto down in 6th. So what a turn of events. And
Dino Miranda only needs a
Bruh,
2.17 to
it's
get
like
into
on the
2nd.
kind Vegas slot machine right now. You just pull the lever, and whoever gonna be in the front first 3 spots, that's who gonna be advancing.
Speaking of slots,
And
who you
scores
take?
and scores.
Who you taking?
One of our very own Island Boys is on the television today, playing for the Tennessee Titans. Marcus Mariota, of course.
Roger
But you're
that.
tuned into some surfing action and probably bouncing back and forth between surfing and turfing. And we'll be having this replay later this evening for your viewing pleasure as well. So enjoy all that Spectrum has to offer in the way of the Surf Channel and, of course, all of the other shows you like to watch and sports you like to partake in. But right now, it is a battle in this longboard heat for the top 3 positions. Every guy so far has spent some time in the lead, it seems like. Right now, it's Phil Rajman holding it down.
Yep. Musical longboarders right here. Sun coming out on the beach, trying to peep through. When that sun heats up the land, that's when you get the best conditions.
Yeah, the pipe wakes up from its morning sickness, and the sun and wind combine to improve the conditions, and we're seeing that happen as we speak. And not sure if we're going to get into any of the shortboard surfing main event today, but all of this action will be broadcast live here right now, and it'll be on replay tonight. And it's the body surfing, the stand-up paddle surfing, and the longboard surfing. So 2 heats of each division makes for 6 semifinals, and we'll have 3 finals coming up at the conclusion of the day here, as we see Makamai De Soto trying to milk one on the inside, just battling against time right now, trying to get a score.
Yeah, just pretty frazzled. All it takes is one wave to send you out of sync and out of rhythm, and that's kind of what's happened to Makamai right now. But yeah, all it takes is one wave too to get a good one. So it's not over till it's over, and he just fell out of his flow. Started off getting waves at the beginning, but Phil and Ned and Dino, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Heat number 1, longboard complete. And we got a little break, and we're gonna get the second longboard heat coming up. And guys warming up. So, action first heat.
So coming up here in heat number 2, as we watch surfer from the last heat, Zach Howard, catch his wave in. Another stacked longboard heat with Bonga Perkins, Kai Salas, Lance O'Connell, Micah Liana, Nelson Ahina, and Scotty Fong Jr.
Oh, that's some juniors and nephews over here.
And some seniors.
Yeah, and some Uncle Senior. Oh, Uncle Senior, he's all serious. Oh, little. I never see the thing slide out like that.
That was Nelson Ahina Tree.
That was the turd.
Wow.
Wow, that was a skeg slide banger.
Bruh.
That was, he's okay. Oh, board still in one piece. And we
right
got,
there, Kelly, like bang your bongo. That's Lau Lau's one.
that's my pahu drum, yeah. No way.
We're getting
Not for
offers over
sale,
here.
yeah. Not for sale. Took me years to make that thing. The thing talked to you. The thing talked. That one talked. Oh, out the back.
We on barrel
Styling.
ride.
That's Kai Salas with the style.
Right there, he comes onto your
Wham,
frame.
slams it. In frame with the tree in the foreground. Hui ho. That was Kai Salas.
And during that ride right there, we had an offer for the Pahu Jum. That is not for Saleh.
Not for Saleh. Yeah. Lono Boy.
Lono Rothman saying, how's it?
Uncle Byron in the back securing our left side. We got Rich on the right securing our right side.
I feel pretty darn safe.
Yeah.
And check this replay of Surfer in White, Kai Salas, just a signature style right there. Always able to find a way to get a good score, no matter if it's pipe, if it's queens, if it's diamond head, Kewalos, whatever. Kai Salas still making them happen. See Jace checking out his messages, and
my niece on the beach over there,
and
Taylor
letting you guys know that the Chiefs are up 14-0.
Ouch! Come on, let's go, Marcus.
But they get 8.5 points, 8.5.
Talk about that kind of stuff. Like to say how's it to all the nieces and nephews headed back to college. Get that pala.
Oh,
Taylor
back to
Souza
school.
over there. My nephew Keolu just went back to San Mateo, trying to get drafted, get those grades, get that degree.
Huh? Getting drafted. You're going to join the Army.
Not that kind drafted.
Oh, other kind draft.
The smaller the ball, the bigger the check kind draft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Baseball.
Okay. Because I know the real small ball, you get the mean scripts.
Oh, yeah, not this one. He can hit 100-mile-an-hour pitches, though. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right. What we got? I see some sets on the horizon, Rockwell.
We've got some waves coming, bro. Definitely, that's for sure. I see them out there, too.
And some of them got brain damage because they heard the crowd yell when Kai Salas came out that barrel.
That definitely, bruh, that's something to say here at Pipe when you're a competitor and you see your fellow competitor take off on a wave and then you know he's getting barreled, then you hear the crowd explode and you're like, that plays some head trips on you.
Yep, it's called brain damage.
Psychological.
Yeah, brain damage. When you brain damage somebody, it's like when you in the paddleboard race and one girl sit in front of you, brain damage you. Hard for go sleep that night.
Or a 13-year-old kid.
Yeah. Hi, Uncle.
Bye, Uncle.
Yeah, brain damage.
Like,
oh, we got
hey,
some scores
you little
coming in.
whippersnapper, you.
You gotta go different view.
Oh, right
Wait.
there. Situation.
There we go.
Oh, wait, that's the last heat. Hold on.
This guy. Like to thank Ben Severson for the scoring
Mahalos,
live.
brah.
The not to be confused with that scoring live, but the live scores.
Okay,
And
round one, heat two, and there it is. So Kai Salas, a 5-point tree on that replay that we watched.
in
Nelson
first,
Ahina with the 3.0, he's in second. Lance Okano got a 2.17, he's in third. No waves yet for Bonga, Micah, or Scotty Fong. And you got to think going out the gates that Bonga Perkins could be one of the favorites. He's managed to put together some incredible rides, not only that we've witnessed in person, but I'm sure you've seen magazine pictures of Bonga, video clips of him doing his thing out here with a longboard, and he's a one talented individual.
freak of nature, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You never know what he's doing too, because I thought he was working water patrol, but I forgot I had a longboard this morning. He had his water patrol jacket. I mean, he can do anything. You know, we can do anything. What you doing today? Oh, I don't know. What am I doing? Surfing for dollars
Yeah.
on TV, or you could be working 300 a day driving the ski. You never know.
You could be doing all three. If you could be faster.
Triple dip specialist.
Triple dip specialties.
Yeah.
Yep.
And nobody said nothing.
That's on the menu.
All right. Nelson Ahina is now in second.
Right, he's
Was
one
that-
of my favorite longboarders to watch. Nelson
people
rips.
around just in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, great kid, good Ohana, and his sister's rip too.
Yeah.
And they're just always full of smiles, and they let their surfing do the talking. That's for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, with the best style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mean style.
Papa Kulea is known for mostly like musicians and stuff, and falsetto and hula, and but
Riots.
there's some surfing.
Oh.
Fireworks.
And
But there's
illegal
also
aerials.
surfers, you know, come out of there with excellent styles. They come from the Pocho Ahina era.
Yep.
Smooth, fluid surfing, shortboard,
But get the power
goofy
too.
foot, shaper. Talented Ohana.
As in Filipino, we say talented.
Talented! Sun trying to get through here out here. Beautiful day in Hawaii. Just got an offer from my pahu drum. Not for sale. Just gotta watch if the thing missing.
Now we know that. Now they know the thing not for sale.
Yeah, not for sale.
But it's been spocked.
Oh, cameras! You gotta
It's been
adjust the white balance.
visualized.
We got sun coming out.
Some more production lingo from Lau Lau Productions.
Stop it down.
All right. I'd like to welcome everybody watching on Spectrum Surf Channel, whether it's the 250 version or the HD 1250. Also, surfline.com is where you can catch this broadcast live and get all of your great surf forecasting and the great job they do for the North Shore winter surf season. And Jace Lau, Rocky Cannon, bringing you 2018 Backdoor Shootout,
Yeah.
presented by Weed Maps, and all in memory of Duke Paoa Kahanamoku.
I seen the stream live on Surfline, looking good out there.
All right.
Mahalo, guys.
And if you're at HD right now, we apologize. You know, we do what we can do, and we can do it.
Yeah.
And we love to bring you this action from this very special, unique surfing event. And it's so great to have a platform, not only for the Hui to put on the surfing show, but for all of the different types of wave riding that we experience watching this broadcast. And it's not often we get to watch body surfing and stand-up paddle surfing and longboarding all in one day at one spot especially at a spot like Pipeline.
Yeah, very blessed to be here today. Mahalo, Uncle Eddie, and the crew, Mahina, working so hard behind the scenes. Everybody making this possible. Salt and Air Studios, Prickett Films, Mahalo, Hawaii Camera, everybody, Monster.
Yep.
You know who you are, Aloha Salads. Who else?
Taro Brand.
Taro Brand.
Get the banner right here.
Get the poi.
The poi este uya.
The poi is in college. And what do we got here? First little north-looking angles coming in here. Some wide ones.
As the swell picks up, but as it also moves across the Pacific, it could give us a little hint of
Kai
north.
Salas.
And that will be the back door opening up for Kai.
Kai Salas. Oh, in and out. Thank you, Mahina.
We've got our body surf finalists.
Body surf finals coming up next. We're going to have Kai Salas, Brian Phillips, Gil
No,
Armit.
Kai Santos, you.
Oh, Kai Santos. This is Kai Salas. This is Kai Santos, the former bodyboarder, lifeguard. Brian Phillips, Guillermo Tamega, Todd Siles, Jamie Cove, and Dwayne DeSoto in the finals. Chickens to the left,
The
to the left, to the left.
Almost pecked off my pinky toe.
That chicken looked like it'd been through some mileage. That chicken has some mileage. What's going on over here? We got Water
Producing
Patrol
some eggs. All right.
coming in.
Checking out our backdoor surfer, and then somebody gets donuts as we watch Green paddle back out. That's Micah Liana DeSoto. Believe that's stepson of Dwayne DeSoto.
Uh-oh. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
That was heavy.
Two big boards colliding. Hawaiian Water Patrol on it right there. Lance Okano, he was part of that collision, not the first time.
Yeah. He doesn't look too excited on that collision.
With
Who was
close quarters here at the takeoff zone at Pipe, it's really dicey when you're got the 9-foot boards and being aware of the spacing, and
Oh, he's hurt.
somebody's
Is that Nelson?
feeling it right there. I believe that is Nelson Ahina waving off the ski.
Shoulder.
He's waving off the ski,
Left
but he's
shoulder.
going to come in, and we're going to make sure he's okay. Lifeguards on the beach as well. Tal Hanneman on duty on the ATV right now to give some beach support.
Left shoulder.
And it is the left shoulder. And not sure if it popped out or if he had it hyperextended, but
That
Dina
bonga.
Miranda's right there.
Bonga on the grab. You're in good hands down there.
Okay, we're looking for the finals for the body surf. Kai Santos, Brian Phillips, Guillermo Tamega.
So he's trying to tough it out. If there's anyone who can
this kid-
spring back from any type of banging up here at Pipeline, it's Nelson Ahina, the young, very spry
I don't
Hawaiian.
know about that. He should
And
come
he's
in.
been able to, he's putting pressure on it to duck dive that longboard. That's a good sign.
He's not.
But could be the adrenaline pumping.
But
As,
not action on the beach. Hawaiian Water Patrol busy this morning.
along with our city and county lifeguards, everybody's contributing to
Oh, they're getting
keeping
the board.
everybody safe as
And we
Lance
got
O'Connell
Green.
goes down on the replay.
Green on the shoulder. Micah Boy DeSoto warming it up, trying to get busy. Little scare in the action this morning.
Well, that's, you know, the consequences of surfing this wave
Period.
can be so dramatic and extremely dangerous that just seeing Nelson in that bit of pain when we saw him coming in and to see him paddle back out gives us at least a little bit of comfort to know that hopefully it's not something really serious. We think back to a year ago, it was Kalani Boy Chapman getting injured,
At the very
having to
end.
be assisted by Water Patrol, Seth Moniz, and a couple of other surfers in the water, and having to be revived on the beach. So just another shout out to Kalani Boy and a Glad to see that he has made a full recovery here a year later, but it was hard to imagine that was a year ago as we watch Pink, Scotty Fong Jr.
Fong Jr. getting busy, trying to get the bugs out. A lot of wind coming up the face, chops, low tide, action. Live action today.
Well, Scotty's in 6th place. He needs a big score of a 5.33 if he wants to get into the advancing position. Right now, Kai Salas in 1st, Micah Liana De Soto in 2nd, and Bonga Perkins right now in 3rd. Nelson Ahina in 4th, Lance Okano in 5th. And as we said, Scotty Fong in 6th place, but still some time to get some scores.
One wave. One wave is all it takes.
And last score for Scotty Fong, a 3.67. He goes to 2nd. And Nelson Ahina, his last score, a 3.0. That puts him in 3rd. So Michael Liana De Soto now in 4th, needing a 2.68. Lance Okano in 5th, needing a 3.51. Bonga Perkins in an unusual place in 6th place, needing a 1.67. So
yeah,
not a big score needed for Bonga. You got to think he can kind of get that score on almost anything out here. But time is of the essence, and we'll see if that opportunity reaches him in time, because
Nelson Ahina only needs a 2.68 as well. And you know, this kind of days you can't really get a, you know, you're not gonna get a 7 or a
2.
1. Yeah.
Scotty Fong gets that
Replay.
That's the score that got him into 2nd place. And it was only a 3.67, so that shows you how close this heat really is. Everybody's within very easy striking distance of one another. And Bonga right there explaining some stuffs to Kai Salas. Kai's like, oh yeah, right on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I think he hurt his shoulder. I think they're talking about Nelson.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I hope he's okay, bro. Yeah, I don't. But you winning the heat, you bugger. That's what Bonga's saying right there. I'm in 6th place. I gotta do something. I might try to go paddle back over there, and then wipe my nose.
Kai said go.
But then, sorry, we're just doing some overlay ad-libbing commentary into what the guys are maybe saying out there. Probably not, but we like to play and have fun with that.
Yeah, we like to play and have fun always. Yeah.
Oh, Rocky Cannon and Lau Lau.
Remember we were talking about that one day in the yard when we were working?
Yeah, that's it's like a menu item.
Like 10 years ago. We were like, hey, Rocky's like, hey, I'm going to do talk radio. I was like, shut up. You ain't doing talk radio.
I love talk radio.
Yeah. I'm like, move that container. Yeah. So, yeah. Welcome, Haolela Hanao, to the year, a new year today, this month, and
January 6th, bro. It's fresh into the year. So what is your kind? Your New Year resolution?
My New Year resolution is quitting.
Stop quitting.
Yeah. Quit. Don't be a quitter.
What is my resolution?
Sell 7 houses.
I think it's to get our house finished. Oh my goodness.
That's not a resolution. That's a proclamation.
That's a must and a never-ending project, it seems like. But we're getting it done.
Yeah. And work with what you got. Make it work. I see some sets on the horizon. I see some 9-0s facing
east.
2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
I see one big hand and one small hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I see one big wave on the outside
and
too.
Here comes
look on the top of your screen. Can see the
westerly direction.
Swells arriving. Oh, look like some guys just went to arrive off the plane over here.
Yeah, FOB.
To our left side.
On the OT dub.
All right. Who's going to be in position? Time is winding down. This heat's super close,
This is the time where usually Bonga Perkins does the longboard version of Sonny Garcia or Kelly Slater.
You're right about that.
They just let it come to them.
And this one is gonna come to everybody right here.
Bonga's sitting deepest, as he does on most vessels.
Check this out right here. Everybody on the shoreline better watch out.
Here comes a wide one.
But this one's going to be...
I say 3 iPhones going down in this next swell. What you reckon?
Yeah, 3 iPhones. Couple towels.
Remember last year you saved the kid? We said we can see it coming, but they don't know. Look, they don't even know what's going on.
I had to drop the headphones and tell them to pick up that
announcers,
that kid.
Hold on, I'm going on the radio. Announcers, move. Tell the kids. Can you guys tell the kids? Beach announcer, tell the kids get away from the shore and pay attention. Here goes Bonga Perkins, like I said. Live action.
Well, here in the shootout, you still get some credit even though you don't make it out, as opposed to some of the World Surf League events where they judge strictly on the completion of the maneuver. Here, there is more of a credit for charging, for going for it, pulling in big barrels, and also for
Kai Salas stalling,
going for the big moves. So
surfing smart.
That's Kai Salas trying to keep himself in first place,
trying to get rid of that 2, which he might have. Everybody's ready to drop that low score right now. They got one okay one. Here goes Blue stalling under the lip. That was Nelson Ahina, only needing a 268 or more. That shoulder looked like he moving. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Refresh the right, refresh that rock.
Okay.
Oh, like I said.
Last score of Bonga, 5.33.
So
from
Bonga,
6th to 1st.
Real quick, with a 5.33 and a 4, totaling 9.33. Kai Salas in second with a total of 7.33, with a 5.33 and a 2, trying to minus away that 2. And is that the 5-minuter?
5-minute warning. Scotty Fong currently holding on to 3rd. Nelson Ahina, we just saw him surfing and he's got a score coming in. He needs a 4.34. I'm not sure that's going to be enough on his last one. Michael Leona De Soto also needing a 4.34. And also in 6th place, Lance O'Connell now needing a 5.17. So a couple of mid-range scores required for our bottom 3 surfers.
Yep.
But right now, the top 3 is where you want to be to get to the finals.
Roger that.
And Bonga's in first, Kai's in second, Scotty's in third. Our body surfers swimming out for their heat, their final, coming up next.
We're going to see Kai Santos, not to be confused with Salas. Brian Phillips in white, Guilherme world champion Tamega, Todd Sauls, Jamie Cove, and in pink, Dwayne De Soto. All kind of cross training going on out here. So we got a little lull in the action.
We cue up a replay right here for you guys watching. And check it out. In the red jersey, Bonga Perkins on a set wave, bottom turns, moves up on the board, pulls in, look like Hinomo leash, which is a way to kind of save your board a little bit if you can. And look at the side view looking in right there. Just classic style. That section just in front kind of gave Bonga no hope, but he had to go for it, and he got a 5.33. There he is, swam back to his board.
AKA style points.
And paddling back out. Small kind of elbow sleeve brace he get on.
Yeah, that's for stall that.
Okay.
That's the stall sleeve.
I thought that was just for looks.
Oh no, and here we go.
Get function.
Here goes Uncle Lance.
Oh,
Uncle Lance. Oh, you like act up. Oh, what?
Oh, switch him up.
I know Rusty, because I'm going to get barreled this way too. Oh.
I was going to say, bro, it might be the first at Pipelines we've seen in a long time.
Oh, man. Now we got to hear that. We're never going to hear the end of that one.
Backside and then front side.
Oh,
and you hear the gallery just
geez.
erupting with that same sentiment I think you just expressed, Jace.
And here we go. Mr. Salas on the backside.
Style master.
All kinds of style masters.
Oh, a little bit roll up the window, but
yeah,
still made them.
Kind of a skitzing. Give me one board. And here we go, Blue taking a look. This is Nelson.
Oh, Ahina
Nelson,
tree.
wounded duck, Ahina. Oh, that hurt my shoulder from here.
Ooh, small kind wounded albatross.
Oh, and here we go from deep. Bonga Perkins taking a
No,
look.
that's the kind
Oh no,
pink.
what is this?
Scotty Fong Jr.
Scotty Fong.
Oh, backslide.
Scotty mid-face Fong. Kono longboard. Backslide.
Backsliding.
Oh.
Not backside, but
He could,
backslide.
I know he could backslide with margarita on that. And here we go. In green, Micah Boydie Soto said, "What? I got you, uncles. Coming in, all flexible.
Hey, right now he's staying
10
fit
years
place.
younger. Yeah, all you are one. You know, like the song 10 feet away.
Yeah.
All you are is one wave away. Bonga holding him. Oh, must be the sleeve.
Must be the sleeve, I think.
You see, Bonga. Oh, these guys are battling right now.
Anybody get on the kind iPad stand?
Nobody get one Samsung holder. We over here working with what we got,
We
making
get
it work.
T-shirts and wires.
But we got a live drone.
Yes.
We got 4 red cams.
Oh.
And we got excellent people operating today. We got Toddy over here, Lauro, Larry, live on jet ski with Kamalani. We got the drone, Pat Myers. We got Josh Quick, everybody, Mark Morgan. And in the truck, we got Prickett, Salt Air Studios, cutting it up. Aloha.
But Dave and the gang.
Yeah. We're getting quoted over here on some text coming in hot. You reached the Lau Lau or Rocky and Lau Lau show live via Surfline.
And that's the end of the heat, bro.
Spectrum HD channel 1250, standard def 250, and Kai Salas on the last hoorah
Bonga Perkins.
dropping in Bonga Perkins.
So,
Talk to me, Rob.
that last heat, Lance O'Connell needed the score. He was in 6th place as we start the body surf final. Lance O'Connell gets a 6.67, squeaks into third place with Bonga Perkins in 2nd, Kai Salas in 1st. Those guys going to the final. Kai, Bonga, Lance. Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Your who's who of longboarding getting barreled.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and backsliding where backsliding is needed.
Scotty Fong.
Scotty Fong, you win the backslide of the morning over here. Congratulations. I give you a free corner red. Come on up. And 1 monster for the ride.
I give you a free half full corner red.
Foil included. Yeah.
Still get the seal. Okay, here's our body surf final. And we'll get those scores queued up for you. We had a ride already from green. That was Todd Sells.
And in
A
red,
bit of a typo. Should be an E.
we got red Kai Santos. We got Brian Phillips, white, and Guillermo Tamega in black.
Jamie Cove is in the blue, and Dwayne DeSoto in the pink.
Yeah.
That's Jace Lau. Lau. Vision Arts Productions.
Rockwell Entertainment / Sup and Pup.
Bringing it to you live here at the 2018 Backdoor Shootout. January 6th, beautiful day. Rising west swell here at Pipe with
Sun coming out.
Body surfing action happening right now. The most organic form of wave riding, in my humble opinion. And they're the finalists that are out there right now. Coming up next, it'll be our SUP final, and then followed by the longboard final featuring 3 of the surfers that we just watched dramatically advance out of that last heat. And
Okay.
there are loads of talented surfers and wave riders
Tell him I'm working on it.
in this heat. So Kai Santos out there in the red, we've seen him do some incredible things here at Pipeline. I've seen him do some incredible things at Point Panic. Big ups to Kanekoa Crab and the gang that put on that Point Panic experience last summer. It was actually more towards September, waited all summer for that swell. And Kai Santos performed well over there in town. Brian Phillips in the white, North Shore lifeguard, and
You see us now?
very
I just changed
excellent
the battery.
proponent of the junior lifeguard program. Guillermo Tamega, once world champion bodyboarder, now North Shore lifeguard as well, doing the daily duties of ocean safety. Todd Sells out there in the green. He has been in the winner's circle here at Pipeline many times before. Jamie Cove out there in the blue, along with longboard world champion Dwayne DeSoto, but doing his thing in the body surf wave riding now is Dwayne. So that's our final. That is underway, and we see blue, Jamie Cove, tracking nicely on that back shoulder right there, and then goes down.
Back shoulder fade.
Back shoulder fade.
Yeah.
Out of bounds. 2 feet in.
Somebody go
completion.
Move that mic a little bit farther from Kainoa.
Hey, he got to reach way out there, so.
Okay.
It's a small sound system that he's definitely putting it to the max.
Backsliding.
And check out that right there for Black Guillermo Tamega.
Wait, still on there.
Oh.
Former world bodyboard world global champion.
Tamegatron. Has it ever been called that?
There you go again, Rocky. I was like trying one Rashi or one Hashi or one Hammer. And we got Brian Phillips on the next one, trying to work it. Nothing like that one before. Was it Jamie Cove? No, that was Guillermo, yeah. Guillermo Tamega is in black.
When you talk about the transforming career of Guillermo Tamegatron, it is interesting to watch from bodyboarding all the way through the ranks to body surfing and now to lifeguarding. And
what are we missing?
Some action is going on down the beach.
Oh, bodyboard.
Of some bodyboarding. Off the wall is going off right now with some big sets too. So there's a lot of spectating to be on display here live on the beach. If you're at home or on your computer in your office, you're watching live on the screen. Right now we've got blue swimming into one, little hair flip.
Jamie Cove.
For Jamie Cove. And just perfect body surf conditions. The swell, the westerly direction, pushing down the beach. Body surfers love these kinds of conditions. As we're checking out the surfer in black, that is Guillermo Tamegatron.
Here we go. Slate takeoff.
Santos.
Mid-face little turn. Kai Santos, lifeguard from Sandy Beach, making it through, gliding on his stomach.
No, that's one veteran maneuver right there.
You seen that mid-face turn?
Bruh, the mid-face monk seal.
And then here goes green.
That was a mean one.
That was
talented.
Who is that green?
That was green. Todd Sells.
Todd Sells, not Sal's. Sells. What an exchange right there.
Wow, I gotta say, Kai Santos got the cleanest, longest barrel, came out. It's so nuts to watch these guys be able to pull in with no board and get in and outs, like proper in and out barrels.
And you know he was underwater going, I got this.
Yeah, just in the froth, in the foam, holding on.
Only me and him knew that he was coming out.
No, I knew too. But no, only because I seen Kai body surf so many times.
Yeah.
And like with him, you never write him off because you know that he's got not only the experience, but you look at his stature. His stature, yeah, he's just built to plow through the water, and he does it so graceful.
Yeah.
You know, for a big guy, for a guy that's
His dad was the guy at Sandy
size.
Beach back in the day. He used to ride the mattress.
Oh no way!
To generals, like on the biggest days.
Mattress reef.
Yeah, not well. that's like before I had Jimmy O'Brien and wouldn't
they get the soft tops.
They get channel.
Stuff,
they get TV channel. Those guys was doing them just for doing them.
Just for doing, man.
Yeah. So yeah.
The air mattress.
Air mattress, true generals on a first day of a growing south swell. You
double overhead.
Yeah, double bangers.
Well, we got some scores to look at here. Kai Santos, I believe, with probably the best score. Tamega's got a few scores to drop as well. So that big score for Kai comes in at a 5.67. That takes him to the lead. And
we got
these
a little
guys
bit of,
are the top level body surfers in the islands. We're missing a few guys,
yeah.
but
I know the names.
these competitors are avid body surfers. They take it quite serious.
Yeah.
Even on days that are surfable, they're still swimming out and body surfing. It takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah, they're taking it way more serious, especially because Mark Cunningham did not here.
Yeah, and Mike Stewart.
Mike Stewart. And who was this blue? That was Mr. Cove coming across the cove. And here we go. Dwayne
That's in the
DeSoto.
pink, Dwayne DeSoto. Doing some vertebrae rehabilitation.
Yeah. And then Jamie Cove again on his backslide to torpedo and to drink salt water.
And here's Kai Santos.
Kai Santos with the little pumps. You see what he's doing with his bottom hand as he slides?
That was a replay action, actually, of his previous wave. We're live with green Todd Sells. And back out to the lineup.
Peanut
But yeah,
gallery.
the pump action is pretty nuts of how you can generate speed and torque your body, maneuver your body to function almost like having a board, but it's all body movements. And that was red on the outside, busting through the lip. Kai Santos, is he going to make it?
Fins out.
I saw the frog legs.
Fins out. You ever tried frog leg?
I did try frog leg one time. Bugga skinny.
Yeah.
But tastes like chicken.
Nice. Backslide. That's Brian Phillips. That's how you backslide.
Without the board.
Would you stop doing that?
Jace keeps knocking over our screen over here.
And
with
we
his
got
extracurricular
black.
movements.
Black. Guillermo Tamega.
Still going somewhere in there. There he is, popping out the back.
That was
So-
called the turtle.
A little bit of length of ride as we watch blue. Jamie Cove tucking into the
Oh, it's
barrel.
still going.
And is going to get clamped down right there.
Yeah.
So he ejects out the back. And score still coming in for
You want this?
Tamega. Scores a 5.5, and he is your new leader. Todd Sells holding down second. Kai Santos down to third. And Brian Phillips
And here goes Mr.
currently
Sales.
in fourth. And
Wow, you seen how he did that?
Wow.
Weightless, and then he catches edge for the pump.
Couldn't make it out of that one, but
Always amazed how they
technique.
do that, especially at Point Panic, how they travel so far and fall weightless, free fall, and then pump and get sucked up the face. Pretty cool how they pump like that. Skill.
a lot of skills. Dwayne DeSoto right now in fifth, Jamie Cove in sixth, but all these scores should be what will take them to first place because that's what matters here in the final. On the inside
there we
right there,
go.
Jamie Cove.
Coming across.
Nice little fun ride.
Spinner. Trying to maximize them points coming across. And we got, hey, what's up? We live. And here goes Guillermo Tamega also. Aloha.
How's it?
How's it?
Glad to be bringing you the action. Another backdoor shootout. And, you know, there has been some years we talk about the quality of surf that the Hui Backdoor Shootout tries to adhere to, especially for the main round shortboard division. And we've had years where we didn't have a shootout because it simply was not good enough.
Yeah.
These are not points that they're competing for where we have to have the event. We simply wait for the best of what the ocean has to offer. And we have that luxury because Jace keeps knocking over the screen over here.
It's an iPad or a tablet.
But the luxury of waiting for the good waves at this event is always a draw for the action because you know when the shortboarders paddle out, it's going to be epic backdoor and pipe. That's what we wait for.
Yeah. That's why they call it the waiting period.
For today's conditions, you know, we'd love to showcase the body surfing, the stand-up paddle, and the longboarding. So that's why, you know, even on a rising swell, it's not reached its full potential yet. But we send out these guys so that they have the opportunity to be on the stage, have a platform to showcase their skills. And, you know, I think this event inspires a lot of people to get out there and try some body surfing.
Yeah. Not at Pipeline though. It's hard to get waves.
Not Ohio.
When it's closing out, that's when it's better for body surfing. You get more waves, but yeah, right now this is for experience, and it's an invitational. So we got, that's Jamie Cove, I believe, on the end there. Some sets coming in right now. Kind of northerly direction looking, this one. Straight on.
Yeah, we're seeing a mix of the north swell. So a west-northwest is what's been forecasted. And early on, we saw all of the west sets coming in. Now we're seeing a little bit of the north, but still a majority of a westerly direction, which is good for moving the sand out of here. And in the coming days, we should see Pipeline take a better shape, and we'll hope for some shortboard competition days coming up. I don't think we're going to see any shortboard today.
Yeah, not today. Tomorrow, check back again if you're looking out for the shortboarding team challenge. This year we got...
who's our team lineups?
This year we got Team Quicksilver. We got Volcom Pipe House team. We got Volcom Backdoor House, it's the small house. And we got Team Japan.
All right.
We got Team Weed Maps.
Yup.
We got Team the Hui Wax 1, the Hui Wax 2, and the Hui Ohe'e Nalu Club team, which consists of
the Hawaiian team.
The Royal Hawaiian team.
Ulu Boy was giving me the lineup, bro. That's one stacked team right there.
Yeah, that's all of Hawaiian.
I was waiting for my name, but wasn't on the list.
You cannot be at, only I can be at 2 places at this event.
I'll take my waterproof microphone out there. I'm telling you, there's such a awesome feeling of being out at Pipe with only a few guys as we watch
Dwayne
surfer
DeSoto.
in pink, Dwayne DeSoto.
Coming in. Oh, little bit gum drop right there. That you need mouthpiece.
That was a good one.
Yeah. That's called Drop the Mic.
Here we go in black. That is
Guilherme
Tamegatron currently in the lead. He is holding down first place, but I know Todd Sells and Kai Santos will have something to say about that.
Yep.
As our stand-up finalists paddle out. And up and riding in the red. And there's Kai Santos through multiple sections. Oh, that bugger. How he do that?
Kai Santos.
Bruh.
Willing it.
I swear he's got a Hawaiian monk seal underneath him, and he's helping him out, bro. He's hired a monk seal to swim underneath him and be his propeller. He was threading through that one. I don't know how he made it that far, but just a sick barrel for Kai Santos. And by that kind, see him right inside there.
The poo inside.
Somehow he was still going through that puka, and he made him out the other side.
Yeah, weaving within. And only him and me and Rocky knew he was coming out.
Yeah, see? I knew that too.
Yeah, and here we go. We got
the front flip.
Todd
the somersault.
Sells.
Oh, he was going for him, but never make him.
Yep, that was Todd Sells.
He called it this morning. He's like, a little backwash. The front flip might come out.
Oh.
But that was more like a somersault.
Like when Mike Stewart first did the spinner, it was like, what?
Yeah.
You did a belly spinner?
Yeah, with no board.
Yeah.
Looked like a I don't know, I'm a crab going up the rocks or something.
Helmet pivot. Going on a pivot counterclockwise reverse belly spinner.
Yes, all of that and a bag of chips.
Yeah. Speaking of bags of chips.
Well, taro chips, we get Kalo chips.
I don't know about
those are delicious, by the way.
Yeah. Cannot have just
the
one.
things you can do at Kalo is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Kalo patties.
Oh.
I can tell we're hungry.
Kalo hash.
This must be the Weed Maps guys right here.
Oh, okay. No wonder they're late. Because we started about 3 hours ago.
Nah, that's the media team, maybe.
Oh, right on.
They're looking for the big dogs.
Mahalo to Weed Maps for producing and presenting this great the Hui Backdoor Shootout. Yeah. We mahalo all of our sponsors very greatly and know that they're all a part of this because they know how special not only this place is, but how special this event and the purpose of this event is to run as much as we can every year. And we wait for the real good producing ocean conditions.
Yeah.
And we're patient with it, you know. Uncle Eddie, the team riders, everybody, they don't rush to decisions here of running this event. They wait for the premier days.
Yeah, for the shortboard team challenge, that is. So there's a lot of, the list goes on as the championship list. It's a fine one, like we said earlier. Kelly Slater, John Florence, Johnny Boy Gomes,
Jamie O'Brien,
Pancho Sullivan, Jamie O'Brien, Kaimana Henry, Koa Rothman.
Koa Rothman last year, defending
who
champ.
else? The list goes on. All top-notch pipeline backdoor wizards in their own right.
Just to have a team and be in this event
Sonny Garcia won
is just an honor in itself to be invited to surf this event. As we watch Green dropping in late, Todd Sells trying to sell it and coming out the bottom. Currently in second place behind Guillermi Megatron.
Fins only.
And I know Todd is really trying hard to keep it up and claim another victory here at Pipeline. He's been able to win a few events here.
Todd Sells,
avid body surfer.
Out.
You get avid body surfers like Todd, and then you get, you know, just all around watermen like Dwayne DeSoto. You know, I think he hurt his back, so he cannot surf, but he's trying to body surf. So he's so hungry. He wants to just get out there and do something.
Yeah. Not one, three things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least one, if not two or three, for sure.
And if he was good, it would be stand-up too, I'm sure. Yeah. So yeah, the 2018 Backdoor Shootout. We're live here. Rocky Cannon, Lau Lau on the mic. On the beach call, we got Kaino McGee.
Who else is on there?
Replay coming up. Pops was on there earlier.
Okay. All right.
Look at that one by
That's the one.
Kai Santos.
He kept pumping.
Pumping on the foam ball on a little wave. You got to be absolutely weightless and flowing with the front flip.
The front flip attempt.
You could get hurt. You need mouthpiece.
Here we go. Checking out Black on the replay.
Tamega. 5-minute warning. 5 minutes.
So what's the latest happenings with Lau Productions and what's going on? Because I know we've talked about you know, trying to get something going on our television shows.
You live too far,
local
Rob.
flavor.
You live too far with too many closing deals and sup and pop. And well, good news is one girl got her license, so got her license. We got to drive in circles,
Yeah.
So
designated driver. I got one of those coming up in about 16 years.
Any questions you need on the 16 to 18-year-old years, you just ask me.
I'm gonna be hitting you up, bro. What do I do? I found one phone number written on somewhere.
First of all, it's $80 every Friday for a football game or movies for both, and we can go from there.
Hey, at least you're going football games still.
Oh yeah, I might not have back then. Pretty soon. Not much kids playing sports nowadays.
I mean, having daughters and going to football games, that's what I meant. That's a treat, right?
Whatever, Rock.
As a dad, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows what kind of activities my daughter's going to be getting into as they get older, and we'll be getting, you know, I'll be with my phone watching the scores at a ballet recital.
Or hula. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter loves to dance hula already at 2 years old.
Especially when they get uncles that play nice Hawaiian music.
But who knows, Lau? Hey, you know, at the end of the surf season, you know, hopefully we'll have more time on our hands to work on something. And I know a lot of you out there that get to watch this event and get to watch some of the productions that we do over the season. Encourage us to keep going. So we thank you for that very much. And mahalo to everybody who ever gives us a nice positive word of encouragement or nice job and all that. I humbly say mahalo and thank you all for that, because it means a lot and it goes a long way. And for us doing this kind of job, you know, especially when there's a lot of things on TV to watch and you got plenty of choices, that when you tune into what we're putting on, we really appreciate that a whole lot. So right on, mahalo.
Yeah, hopefully the waves get better and we'll have some killer action to call. Not as, the swell starts coming in and the sand sets up a little better for us. Looks good on the horizon, on the forecast. So
Yeah.
be keeping an eye out for you.
Yeah. And the replay of this will be on tonight. So if you got to leave the house or if you got to change channels, no worries.
Change
you can
diaper.
catch everything or change diapers. You can catch everything on the replay tonight and watch some of these body surfing waves again. Some of the great stand-up paddle surfing we saw in the preliminary rounds and the longboard surfing. Thrills and spills. Mean wipeouts, mean barrels, total package, all here at the Hui Shootout.
Yeah, roger that. We got some reels. We're going to be playing some highlight reels and some interesting facts about some of our riders. We got 4 riders on every team on the shortboard. So we got some hammers this year. On the Volcom teams, we got Kaimana Henry, we got Dusty Payne, Gavin Beshin, Tom Doslin, Imai Kalani Duval. We got Dave Wazzle, I believe. They say Gavin Beshin?
Yep,
Gavin
said
Beshin,
Gavin.
yeah. So all the usual suspects.
Yep,
Team
representing
Japan.
that Volcom team and then the Quicksilver team,
Got
guys
Quick
like Brother Reef and the gang.
Cole Rothman,
Brother Koa, our
Joey
defending
Johnston,
champion.
and Ryder Guest.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's the kind of action we
Here we
got.
go.
And out the back in blue,
Jamie
coming
Cove.
down the line, coming across the cove.
It's got a big wave count, just not any big scores as of yet.
I see the stand-up paddlers creeping on in. The sun's coming out. And we're live, channel 1250 HD Spectrum and 250 Standard. Also, via Surfline, get the Hui Live link. Check us out, looking nice. I seen it online. Can't go around
You
with
seen the evidence already?
Yeah, I was watching.
Here we go. Check it out in the green. Todd Sells a little too deep. Kai Santos has regained the lead, so that's a recent development. That last long barrel for Kai Santos gets a big score, and I think he's going to finish in first place
By
as the
1
horn
point.
blows. A 10.5 total for Kai, a 9.5 total for Tamegatron in second place.
Yep.
Todd Sells finishes in third, Brian Phillips in fourth, Dwayne DeSoto in fifth, and Jamie Cove in sixth.
And we're on standby for final heat of Longboard Pro. Phil Rasman in red, Ned Snow in white, Dino Miranda in black, Kai Salas in green, Bonga Perkins in blue, and Lance Uncle Ho'okano in skin.
And checking out this replay, the last wave of Kai Santos really carving it high, staying in the lip line, and then
Mid-face
on that
pump.
foam ball, traveled so far.
Yeah, with the weightless pump
That was a
situation.
phenomenal ride.
Sun coming out here at beautiful Bonsai Pipeline and Backdoor. We're set up here at the Quicksilver House next to Volcom Backdoor House. 2-story scaffolding. We're coming to you live from the first floor.
Yep, the chicken scraps level.
Rocky Cannon, Lau Lau, Salt Air Studios cutting it up on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras. DDR in effect. Noah production truck and Ikaika Kimura on the TriCaster. Aloha.
Oh,
And a
how's
little
that
backwash. Special just in time for the live stand-up paddle. What is it, stand-up final?
Stand-up paddle final.
Well, how come I got the wrong one over here?
Because you stay any kind
Yeah.
all mix up.
No, that's not the one, huh?
Yep.
No way. Oh, yeah. Sorry, color Mike. Kailani in red. Stand up. Final. In white, Bullet Obra. In black, Kelly, like my Pahuja Mamala. In green, Pull My Hopili. in blue.
He might like your
Zane
Pahu jump
Schweitzer,
too.
and Tehotu Wong in pink. Shout out, Rock. Here comes Pahu Taker, Pomai, grab the top of the paddle, Ho'opili, Goofy Foot coming down.
Rocky Point Specialist.
Rocky Point Commander Junior. Because Richie Boy is the Rock.
Is Commander Senior.
I don't know who's yelling over here. And the paddle's getting shot at every day. Kind of directing traffic.
Yep, telling him outside, telling him left, right,
And we
right.
see Pink taking a look at this. Somebody trying to snake, somebody going back door and front door.
Oh, front door action.
And who's this?
I think that's Tehotu
Tehotu
Wong.
Wong.
The
Tahitian
Tahitian.
Pake. Hybrid.
Hybrid. Yorana Wong.
Yeah, Porcelain Crew.
With one side of a kind. Kimchi. Oh, wait, no, that's Korean.
ooh.
Lapchong.
Yeah, that's Lee that, not Wong.
Porcelain Crew with one side of Lapchong. Tehotu Wong.
Oh.
Here we go again. Here
Can
we
you guys
go.
tell we're hungry? We take any food sponsor right now.
Oh, right there.
nice cover
I wouldn't
up.
mind some Porcelain Crew with the pink
Porcelain
jersey.
Crew, pink jersey.
Make it
little bit lemon board.
Looking ono right
Slams
there.
it off the top.
See, I like his
Foot
footwork
check.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's good at that.
He was checking
Must-
if his foot was in the right
Must
area.
be surfing plenty of reef breaks in Tahiti.
Yeah, that's called check the reef real quick.
Yeah. Check the
Yeah.
puka.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he go down and grab one taco when he's paddling back
Yeah.
out.
I think we're right. Piggyback him on our way in.
Yeah. Let's throw him in the jersey. Extra points. Bring him in for the
Extra
judges.
See the Tahitian style?
Fresh taco leg.
All high repetitions. Don't ever go inside one canoe behind one Tahitian in front of you.
You're going to get all thrown off.
No, you're going to be spitting all over his back because he strokes so fast.
You're going to be in cruise control.
I went one time downwind run.
What, 2 for 1?
The guy goes, oh, the Tahitian guy going to stroke. I said, what? I thought I was steering.
Every 2 for 1. Every 2 strokes of his is one of yours.
For I was dying.
Maybe three for 1.
Yeah, they was laughing at me.
They're not the only ones.
All right, what we got here?
Well, Tehotu Wong's got a score. He's got to log that in. He's going to jump out to an early lead, I think. Pomai Ho'opili got a score too. So those two guys
Not
right now,
coming true yet.
number 1 and number 2.
Standing by on scores.
But I like Tehotu's approach, getting in the barrel, completing the ride all the way through. Pomai just kind of inside wave and didn't have that much to work with, but he still did his
Pomai.
best, and still Pomai. You get points for being Pomai. And still waiting for that score to come in. I'm curious to see how they're going with the scale for Tehotu Wong. I thought Kai Lenny in the last heat, all due respect to Kai, I thought he was a little overscored for some of those waves that he caught that were not in the barrel. But we'll see how the scale balances out for this final heat, because loads of talent. You got Bullet Obra, Kai Lenny, Keli Imamala, Pomai Ho'opili, Zane Schweitzer, and Tehotu Wong. So 6 amazingly talented guys, and 4 goofy foots. Only 2 regular foots, Kai Lenny and Keli Imamala. That doesn't pose any disadvantage by any means for those 2 guys in particular. They're even possibly could be more of a threat on their backhand. But right now we're waiting for waves to come in, because this swell peaked up and started pumping early on, and it's kind of paced itself back to a gradual build rather than that real rapid building pulsing surf we saw early on.
Yeah, kind of leveled off. Kind of looking more north here and again, like
Right.
switching between peak, like
North,
lows,
then
crosses,
yep,
cross
yep.
swell action.
Sometimes a little
between-
bit straight in
between spots, if you will.
When you have it coming too straight in, that's not the best conditions, because then it's just one long wall, and making for
not too favorable on a stand-up with all them accessories.
yeah, with all the potential yard sale action.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Ikaika Kalama get exploded one time, and I think he had his hat.
You hold the hat, shades.
He had his shades, his mask, his hat,
and one throw net,
and one fishing pole, and his fins, just in case.
Just in case you get traversing out to Kauai.
And he lost them all, but he and then he even regather them all.
But then he got the barrel of the day.
And then he got the tube of the day.
Roger.
Oh, you can just tell your password over the air. They're working it out with the technical workings of the production. Mahalos to Brother Jace Lau and all the crew working hard to bring this event up to speed, and also to join me in the booth. And now he's gone and flying solo, cruising them. Glad to be with you guys here at the 2018 Backdoor Shootout, presented by the Hui and also Weed Maps, as well as in memory of Duke Paoa Kahanamoku. I'm Rocky Cannon, and there's Pomai Ho'opili. He has released the hair. So, adding to the speed effect factor and the speed blur, looking a little more dramatic with the hair flowing in the back. That's maybe a tactical move on the part of Pomai, because as you see him whipping his hair, he knows how to use the hair to his advantage in many situations. Paddling back out, you see the surfers at Gums. Couple of tandem teams out there enjoying the action on a soft top. Playful conditions down the way at Ehukai, as you're seeing in the background of Pomai. But serious conditions as usual at Bonsai Pipeline, where the action is happening for our event. And Pomai back on his feet, heading back to the lineup. He's got a couple of scores on the board, but Tehotu Wong has the best score so far at a 5.67, but Pomai with 2 scores has him in first place. So there's your heat leader right there on the screen, in the green, with the small kind of Opu sticking on the bottom, but that's all right, because he is right now earning some lunch and dinner with paddling that board back to the lineup against the current. And Pomai with a 3.5 and a 2.83. And the score is getting transmitted right now by our beach announcers over to the surfers. One thing I really like about this backdoor shootout is the community camaraderie feeling that you have, not only in the water and these guys competing with each other. They're all really, you know, close friends, good friends. It's more like just like a club surf, like a group surf out there. But I also like the atmosphere in and around the contest area. It's very relaxed. There is some, you know, of course, the responsibilities of handling the admin and all of the things that go along with putting on a surf event, but the overall vibe here on the beach and in and around the contest area is just a relaxed community vibe. Everybody coming together, the Hui o He'enalu coming together as a club, putting on this great event. And with Uncle Brian Omona in the area, Uncle Eddie is here, and a couple of the brothers that have been part of this organization from its very beginning and its inception have brought it 30, 40 years later now, from, you know, the mid to late 70s all the way here to 2017 or 2018, excuse me. I'm still writing 2017 on my checkbook. When I'm writing checks in a grocery store, I know everybody loves that. Who's that up there? Writing checks. Get the cod with the code. 2018, but bringing the Hui all the way through the decades and being able to put on an event as special as this has been, I know, one of the club's most amazing accomplishments. And then, you know, the things they do all year long, as we see Bullet Obra getting a proper pipe barrel. And very deep, very clean exit. Grabbing the rail is Keli'i Mamala, and he comes out. So these stand-up paddle surfers starting to turn it on. And here we go, Kai Lenny. He's grabbing the rail. He's deep, paddle out in front, and he gets slammed as that wave closes on the end section. Pomai Ho'opili paddling for this one, and he's up and riding, stabbing it right away in the barrel, and he'll be coming out and into the next section. So a couple of scores getting dropped, and probably some big scores. Ulu boy. Just with Lau stepping out, Ulu boy's gonna step in, and he stepped on something. Who knows what's in this yard, but how's those barrels, bro? That was Keli'i Mamala, backside, Bullet Obra.
That was unreal.
Pomai Ho'opili.
That's Pipeline, my friends.
Bro, that is stand-up paddle surfing at Pipeline to the next level.
At its finest, for sure.
For sure, yep.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful day down at Pipeline for the first day of the Hui Backdoor Shootout. We had all kinds of fun events today. Body surfing,
yep.
stand-up paddling, longboarding. The longboarders had some action.
Yep, some thrills and spills. Some
very
small
exciting.
Kind, like almost injuries kind. And
Carnage.
Carnage,
yeah.
bro. Carnage sells.
Yeah,
everybody likes to see people get donuts.
And if no one was tuned in, I mean, I'm sure they could get a replay on channel 250, is it?
Yep, we're having a replay this evening of all of this action, so we can watch it from beginning to end, and I'm sure it'll be replaying throughout the night.
And we got more action out there.
That's white.
Bullet Obra taking off on a beautiful Pipeline wave.
Wow, just getting some epic views from in that barrel.
I mean, the barrel was unreal, but how was that carve just straight lane into that thing?
So we got big scores dropping in right now, Ulu, and it's going to be a tight match because everybody's now starting to get the groove. And I think, you know, the first heat, they were feeling it out a little bit. Now in the final, they've been out there once already today, and you always kind of step up your game in the final naturally anyway. And everybody's starting to click right now.
All or nothing, you know. They made it this far, and they're out there, and the waves look really good. It looks like it's really shaping up to be Pipeline.
We're getting a pulse of action. We had a little bit of a lull during the longboard heats where we didn't see a set for a while, but now we're starting to see that pulse again. It might have been the tide shift, but scores coming in still for Bullet. Has 2 scores coming. Keli'i's got a big one still to drop. I know Pomai's got one that he threaded through the first section and made it out, and then went into that second one.
He just couldn't get enough of it. He just wanted more.
More and more.
It's never enough. You can't get enough of Pipeline.
No.
Yeah.
Still always one more to catch, and sometimes you also need the discipline, though, to know that, okay, I've had my share.
Yeah.
Because at any given moment, it'll slap you back down. Here goes Pomai.
Oh my, here we go. Just a real classic Hawaiian style.
For sure.
Yeah.
And does multiple disciplines.
Wow, this is an amazing wave. Kai Lenny, late drop into Pipeline, driving in the barrel.
And Pomai was on the shoulder looking in, just probably mouth wide open, like, oh my God.
I'm calling this the nicest setup of Pipeline we've had this winter thus far.
I think you're right. As far as swell direction and You know, we wish the beach wasn't as big as it is, but it's getting mowed down as we speak, and it could shape up for even better pipe.
Oh, for sure. It's only going to get better. Tehotu Wong up and riding from Tahiti, representing all our family and friends down in Tahiti.
And Tehotu had a good opener. That one not as great, with just kind of coasting in the pocket, not really getting barreled, but still getting another score. So we're still waiting for that Kili Mamala wave to drop, because that backside barrel he got, I think, in my opinion, looking from here, was probably the deepest barrel that we saw out there today for the stand-up surfers.
Oh, for sure. And we're lucky because we're sitting right here at the Quicksilver House.
Right.
So it's a straight on view.
Correct.
And this view don't lie.
Yeah, this is the true straight on view.
And that was Pomai Ho'opili, just having another look at one wave through pipeline. The whales are breaching out the back. Drones are flying. Water patrol is on it.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a scare with Nelson Ahina hurting his shoulder a little bit, but looks like he paddled back out and caught waves, and, you know, looked like at least it wasn't serious, but you always feel concerned for.
I got respect for that guy, you know. He paddled out there and he charged. He absolutely sent it. He didn't find any exits on the waves, but you know what? His pride was there, and he left it all on the line at Pipeline.
Yeah, and being in this event, it just kind of commands that kind of approach.
Fix the shirt.
Looking good, bro. It commands that approach being in this event, because you're invited for a reason, and that's to charge and to go for it.
You know, it's funny because me and Uncle Eddie, they kind of sit down on a table and have these meetings, and he's like, you know, who should be in this event? And I'm like, bro, whoever you think is going to go out there and charge, that's who belongs in the event.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we got, you know?
Yeah.
We see some ladies enjoying the beach.
Interesting storage of a cell phone.
Yeah.
In the waistband right there. That's...
They don't let those things go nowadays.
Yeah, you don't leave home without it. You don't leave anywhere, obviously,
Snapchat,
without it.
Instagram. You know, I'm living the life on the beach.
Hey, got to share it with the world, right?
For sure.
Scores coming in. So Bullet Obra gets the best score so far with the 817. He's got a 4.83 backup, which is enough to get him in first place. Kili Mamala has the second best score with a 7.5.
Take a look at Kai Lenny's replay.
And Kai had so much potential right there. It just clamped on him.
I thought he was going to come flying out of that one, but maybe because it was a little too west, it kind of went out to sea.
It had that clamshell effect. As we watch here in the replay, you see it just bend and crunch right there.
Pomai Ho'opili.
And that was the one. He couldn't get enough. He had to stay in. He got
was just going for it.
I think, I'm not sure if that score came in yet. It did. So he got a 4.83.
Nice.
So
commitment.
Pomai goes to second. And Mamala just with the one wave score of a 7.5. He's in third. All of them right now chasing your fellow Big Island boy, Bullet Obra.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he got really good waves and he got rewarded for it. And I'm stoked for him.
And I think that one, that 817, was that barrel, and then that carve that you mentioned was just so pure on the rail, really well executed.
So Pipeline, stand-up paddling, action. I wouldn't be out there on a stand-up paddle.
No, neither would I. Only at this event you're going to see some, you know, performances like this, and the special thing is like giving these guys the platform and the performing stage to be on Spectrum Surf Channel, to be showcasing the high talented skill that it takes to ride this kind of equipment on this kind of wave.
For sure.
Is amazing for the sport.
Yeah.
And another thing that we have a disclaimer of, don't try this.
Please. Please do not do this. I mean, if the local crowd doesn't let you know you don't belong here, the wave's going to let you know.
Exactly.
Only a select few can do this.
So they're out there with 5 minutes remaining now. Bullet Obra's in the lead. Pomai Ho'opili's in second. Keali'i Mamala's in third. Kai Lenny, sitting in 4th place, needs a big score of an 8.18. Tehotu Wong to go to first from 5th. He needs a 7.34. Right now, Zane Schweitzer is comboed. He needs a 13.0. But if anybody can get a lot of work done in a couple of minutes, it's Zane Schweitzer. And we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this stand-up paddle final here at the 2018 the Hui Backdoor Shootout.
All right.
All right, we're back live. Uluboy Napeahi, Rocky Cannon, with the 2018 Backdoor Shootout presented by Weed Maps, and also in memory of Duke Paoa Kahanamoku. Saw some great footage there from our great sponsor Weed Maps, and also Volcom, the Volcom Pipe Pro coming up right here. And you're hoping to get into that event.
For sure, yeah.
It's a tough one to get into. Everybody wants to get into that event, obviously. And we've also got the Sunset Open coming up that you'll be competing in.
Yes.
And that'll be later on this month. But right now, checking out the replay of Pomai Ho'opili and just the closeout barrel on the inside. Right now he's in second. He needs a big score because Bullets got that big score of an 8.17. And then Zane, same result as Pomai, just those inside ones, really breaking fast. Not enough time to get in and out for those two guys.
I'm kind of speechless coming from a surfer standpoint of what pipeline is and how those waves are. It's like you pack a closeout on your regular board and and it's not the best thing. And then you see these guys. These guys are like going for it, with stand-up paddle boards. That's just, to me, it's unbelievable. And that should say a lot coming from people who are out there.
Time is counting down right now. Bullet Obra is in first place. He's got a pretty big margin. The next guy that can catch Bullet, who needs the least score, is the guy in third.
Yes.
Keili Mamala's got a 7.5. And he can catch Bullet if he gets a 5.51. But the conclusion of this final, we're going to throw to a tribute to the past champions of the Hui Backdoor Shootout. And we've had many, many talented surfers win this event. And we'll take a look at those guys coming up here shortly. But this heat is about to count down. There's less than 30 seconds remaining. And
Timahina's got some grinds for us.
Oh, I smell the furikake.
Sorry, I seen that.
And the poke. Yeah.
Oh, bro. Which one you like? I'll take anyone. No matter to me.
Just gonna make them right here.
Sounds good to me.
And then all right, so in the closing moments, Tehotu Wong. He's currently in fifth, needing a 7.34. That was a good wave, but not sure if it's going to be that 7.34 to go to first place. And looks like your boy, Bullet Obra, might have held on right there for the victory.
That's awesome.
Will be a great addition to his already decorated competitive resume.
Yes.
To win this 2018 the Hui Backdoor Shootout.
I'm stoked for him. I mean, if he holds on to that first position, which it looks like he will.
And he's not only a great surfer, but he's an animal racer.
Oh, yeah,
on the
for
stand-up
sure.
paddleboard.
Some awesome surfing by the stand-up paddles.
The training.
We're gonna take you to the reel of our previous champions, going back the 20+ years that this shootout has been in existence. While you guys watch that, me and Ulu Boy are gonna enjoy
Check out
some
the
fresh
legends.
poke.
Bro.
Me rebel, them are different people. Equal here forever and never are it equal. We on the next level. I need the rebel. Power with the higher power. Boy, better settle. Me rebel, them are different people. Equal here forever and never are it equal. We on the next level. I need the rebel. Power with the higher power. Boy, better settle.
The mic is mine, it has been for a long time. I strike with the unique speech that is divine. A pioneer, horrified, hip-hop is back. Have to do what feels right now, there's no looking back. I've caught all type of wreck on these streets, you bet. With infinite rhymes, which ones am I supposed to select next? I use a power that towers high above me and you. The mic is mine with an upraised hand, a ring or two. When I banished myself from a circle of Steve Virgils, phantom of the rap or cyborg stature, lone unequivalent, paying my dividends. So many custom-made tracks, be black and raw, we could swim in them. Arch rival unattached to my style, it's wild. Not guilty cause I'm silky at all of my trials. I be the best man without walking down any aisles. I never do drugs, that's why I'm always in denial. I kick beats deep from my intestine, like Einstein, Hindman's eye, Moko Morkai. I blast off deep into the galaxy. Black man, even the black hole rejected me.
Me rebel, them are different people. Equal here forever and never are it equal. On the next level, I need the rebel. Power with the higher power. Boy, better satellite.
Which one?
Categories in which one, judgmental from out of the shade, up and coming. Man, you up in this shit is how I behave. Aware of my nature, my interests, plus consciousness structure. Beliefs and mind adjustments I've made. I'm like dirt, only dirtier. I'm grimy when I'm fried. A big mouth cunt when I'm drunk. I smoke skunk to stay alive. Hori, I got 40 or more songs.
Yeah.
There's some power action going on. People are looking. People are paddling. Looks like we got Bina.
All right, here we go.
And we're back.
Back to the live longboard final at the Hui Backdoor Shootout, presented by Weed Maps in memory of Duke Kahanamoku. And our longboard finalists out there right now, we have Phil Rajman in the red, Ned Snow in the white, Dina Miranda in the black we just saw, Kai Salas in the green, Bonga Perkins in the blue, and Lance Okano out there in the skin. So
How was that reel of all those legends who won the
sick
event?
waves and a great list of champions here at this event, ranging from, you know, World Tour elite like Kelly Slater, all the way to local homegrown heroes like Mason Ho, and everybody in between.
Yeah, legends in my eyes.
And even, you know, I had forgotten that Kaimana Henry won this event.
Yeah.
Reef McIntosh won this event. So some big names to us that we know of.
Jamie O'Brien.
But, you know, out on the general public, might have to take a second look. Oh, Reef McIntosh? Oh, yeah. And then you watch him surf, you're like, oh, that guy's an animal.
He only likes pipeline when it's like 12, 15 feet, way out the back, rolling through. It's amazing. He treats a 12-foot wave like it's 2 feet.
Yeah. And in the way he surfs.
That guy right there walking
and his
past
mindset.
us.
Yeah. He just
Yeah.
Did a flyby, buzzed the tower.
Cool guy flyby. But live action, I mean, those last waves we've seen of the longboarders in the water, like I said, these guys are going to send it, and they're proving just that.
Well, the swell's still coming up, and right now we're seeing some pretty big sets approach the area, so we're going to have some action to check out. And it does look like for the last heat in the stand-up paddle that Bullet Obra was able to hold on for the win, so congratulations to Bullet.
Congratulations, Bullet.
And now into our longboard final. Some preliminary scores coming through.
Oh, right here, backside. Kai Solis, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I could never forget his style.
Yeah, just a really signature smooth.
Yeah, silky signature smooth.
I kind of, watching him surf over the years, competing against him in longboarding, kind of compare him, in my mind, he seems like, if in all compliments to Kai, is like a Joel Parkinson of longboarding.
Yeah, he makes it look too easy.
So easy. Sometimes a little too easy, where I think the judges can, get a little bit stingy with a score here and there, because it's so smooth and easy, but just loads of talent. And like to pass that compliment on to Brother Kai.
Oh, for sure.
But he's up against some legends right now. Bonga Perkins is out there. He seems ageless. Another guy that seems ageless is Lance O'Connell.
Oh, yeah. 58.
And Dino Miranda is out there, too. And then you've got a tour standout on the longboarding, Ned Snow. And I believe the current reigning world champion, Phil Rajman.
That guy.
So he got a barrel in the first heat.
Like a legit
backside, like gnarly pipe barrel.
Yeah.
And I haven't been totally keeping up on the longboard, modern longboard circuit.
Yeah.
And I was like asking Lau, like, who's Phil? Like, he's the world champ. I'm like, oh, for real.
It's one of those things where they don't get much respect,
Yeah, they don't get all the coverage and the credit that they deserve, but that's what we try to do for them here as we watch Bonga Perkins. Not going to make it.
Oh.
If anybody had a chance to make it, it would be that guy in blue right there. And check out this one, Ulu.
Kai
wedging
Solis.
Up.
Yep. Look at that. Just like,
oh, wow.
Easy does it,
Classic.
That was nice.
Well, Kai is going to jump out to an early lead because not much else happening for the other competitors except for Phil Rajman, and he's going to get slammed.
He wore that lip on the head.
Yeah. It draped over his shoulder, his head. It was fully engulfed. And he'll paddle back out. Board still in one piece. That's one thing you always keep an eye on here with the longboarders, because there's so much board and leverage to work with. The waves can break longboards fairly easily. So Phil back on the board. Score still coming in for Kai. We'll keep refreshing our screen to get an update, because those last two rides of Kai Salas, I think, are going to be enough to put him in first place. Dino Miranda has a one-wave score of a 3.17. Ned Snow's got a pretty decent opener at a 4.0, but once the two waves of Kai get locked in, they're all going to be chasing him.
Beautiful replay of Kai Solis. I mean, signature smooth style through pipeline, and he just makes it look so easy. And like you said, and that was his second ride, solidifying his position. And here's Red up and riding, the guy Phil, a current world champion.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Some guy,
world
Phil, who's actually world champion. Making his first backdoor shootout appearance, though. That we can say.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So already, in my mind, has put his name on the map here with that wave in the previous round.
Oh, yeah.
And that last wave right there, charging too. I mean, he didn't make it, but still, big credit points for charging on that one. drone footage, checking out the beach crowd, and there we are, way up.
We
not
never
quite
see
yet.
us
Not
yet.
quite yet.
There's the Volcom
yeah.
House. There's the old Volcom House.
The big one, the small one, and we're
And
right
then-
over on the next one at the Quicksilver House. That they're gonna just crop us right out right there, but
all
we'll be
good.
live here.
What's up, everybody?
Studio A.
There's the camera.
Yep. And like we said, bare feet on the grass in the yard, chickens running around, fresh poke right
Poke.
here. Solid setup for the first day of Backdoor Shootout competition here in 2018, all presented by Weed Maps and in memory of Duke Pa'oa Kahanamoku. And what's your kind of what's one of the things that you stick out or that you admire about, I know there's many, but about Duke Kahanamoku?
You know, that's
As we watch
Whoa.
Phil Rosman, we'll put that point aside for now, Ulu, and watch
that's
that.
why he's the world champion. He proves himself to be the best.
Wow.
As far as barrel riding goes on a longboard at pipe, that's probably the best I've ever seen. I don't know if I'm calling it too early.
That was pretty well done.
And that off the lip. I mean,
Very well done.
You see that guy?
That was nuts. And
I hope everyone out there is enjoying this because I'm blowing my mind right now.
And it's very rare that we get to showcase this type of wave riding
for
at
sure.
this spot. So, you know, we're doing the work of putting these guys on display and giving them the credit they deserve.
Check
And
out this replay.
watch Phil just backdoor that section, like
How
you said.
deep do you want to get at pipeline?
And we're looking at the straight on kind of pipe view,
yeah.
and he still disappeared.
Yep. And then he did that.
And then he did that, and then he is stoked.
Very
of course.
passionate
And,
surfer.
I mean, all credit to Phil. That was amazing.
I would have claimed that wave.
I would have claimed it too. While we have a moment, back to what your favorite characteristic or favorite thing about Duke Kahanamoku that you know about him.
Like you said, you know, there's so many things that you could mention about the great Duke Kahanamoku. And, you know, during our open ceremony of the Hui Backdoor Shootout, I always loved the quote Kahu. He said that if you're not surfing with Aloha, you're surfing for the wrong reason. And that's the one thing that stood out to me most and what I hear stories of Duke Kahanamoku. It's his aloha and the way he treated everyone around him. He really loved the ocean, you know, sincerely loved the ocean, and that's the beauty of it. He loved the ocean as much as he loved surfing with his friends, and he just carried that spirit with him, and everywhere he went, it definitely grew on people, and to me, that's the mecca of everything.
Well, and you're doing something with Aloha that we had a chance to have you share a little bit.
Yeah.
At the Mauliola Foundation benefit concert.
Oh yeah.
And you've been doing a lot with them, and you know, that's one way that you can show Aloha. But that's a great attribute of Duke, and that's something that I think gets overlooked because everybody is so enamored with his surfing and his Olympic status, which is great, but there are those other things that are really important that get overlooked sometimes, especially these days with our care for the ocean, and
For sure.
we have to be extra vigilant in taking care of the ocean these days with so many things happening.
And you know, it's really funny when people ask you, like, oh, what does aloha mean? And it's like the word aloha gets thrown around a lot. And
Right.
it is kind of like what we refer to in Hawaii. It's the aloha state. But, you know, I always said it, and I'll always say it. It's like you don't have to say it. It doesn't have to be said, you know. It's your actions and the things that you do and how you carry yourself. I think that's what aloha is.
Definitely more than just a word.
Exactly.
And props to you for continuing that. And we had some mean poke. Uncle Eddie's enjoying it too right now. It's amazingly fresh, and hopefully no more too much furikake inside our teeth. But that's okay. We still run them. Finals, longboard. See the brother right there with his floaties and his water wings. He's getting ready for charge them. Nah. Stay dry, bro. Stay dry. Couple of shots of our beach goers and beach crowd. Of course, this event taking place always on the wraparound of the new year into the midsection of our winter North Shore surf season. And you're exactly right, calling the forecast and the conditions as right now, this is the best pipe we've seen all year.
Oh,
even
for sure.
For the Pipe Masters, it was only, you know, a few feet and a lot of north, you know, swell directions. And on that note, we're going to take a short break. Be right back with more longboard action of the finals of this year's the Hui Backdoor Shootout.
And we'll enjoy this poke.
It's so important that we continue to remind people the importance of keeping music alive, you know, and education, because music and arts, I mean, you know, we need that, you know. It's not that we're not trying to foster like these kids to become professional musicians or anything. You know, if some of them have that passion to pursue that, that's great, you know. But like arts, I mean, it helps us in so many different aspects. You know, if you're going to be an engineer, you're going to be whatever it is that you're going to go into, whatever field. You know, you need that creativity. You need that that innovative mind. You know, especially I think in this day and age. You know, we've been doing things the same way for so long, and we're realizing that a lot of things we've been doing is not working. You know, so we need the younger generation to come, you know, to develop that side of their creativity, so they can come up with new ideas. You know, come up with new ways that we can move forward and, you know, make a better future, you know, for all of us.
All right, well, we are back here in the booth at the Hui Backdoor Shootout. Rocky Cannon, Uncle Eddie Rothman joining me now. And day number one, swells coming up. We've got some replays to watch. We're watching longboarders, and we've seen some body surfing, some stand-up paddleboarding, and we've got an all-star judging cast up there.
Yeah, these guys are the real deal. I mean, we have Pancho Sullivan, who won this event before. He won the Volcom before. These are pipe riders. We have Sean Briley, one of the best pipe riders in the world before. He won the Tavarua contest.
Yep.
We have Miles Padaka, who won the Triple Crown before.
Yep.
I mean, our judges are legit. We don't have some lady here from Kansas City or school teacher from Oregon or wherever some of these judges come from. You know, we have legit judges, real judges that hit the lip, ride the barrel, and know what's happening.
Well, they've got their work cut out for them today, because we've seen some epic rides from all of our competitors, body surfing, longboarding, and stand-up paddleboarding. And right now it is Phil Rosman, the guy in the pink jersey, who has been, or in the red jersey, putting on a pretty good show. Kai Salas out there also doing a pretty good job with getting a 6.5 and a 5.5. But it was a little bit of the past couple heats. Kai Santos won the body surfing. That guy's an animal. He's been doing it for years and a veteran. And then we had Bullet Obra, the Big Island surfer, winning the stand-up paddle division.
They were incredible out there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, Kali'i's the defending champ. He maybe had the best wave of that heat, but he only had one wave.
Yeah.
And Bullet just killed it.
Yeah, he put two waves together.
Surfed really good. Kaileni was going for it.
Right.
Pulled out all the stops.
Well, let's talk a little bit about like the format of this event where and the judging scale. It goes up to 12 points, which is something different and something unique, but also it awards surfers for charging and going for it.
Yeah, we don't have you take off on a 10-foot wave at pipe, pull in, travel for 5 seconds and get a 1.2 and a half and a 3/10. You know, it's like we don't have weird stuff here.
Yeah, so credit for charging, for going to big waves and into big barrels. You get the full score potential, and we're going to watch a replay right now of some of our action. And this is our surfer in skin. That's Lance O'Connell. And brother Lance, still doing it.
He's last year's champ.
Yeah, he's defending
He is
champ.
the defending champ right now. He is older, too. I don't know how old he is right now, but he's well
He's the
over
veteran,
40.
Yeah. That's Dino Miranda we just saw. And then this guy I'm seeing for the first time, Phil Rasman, has been putting on a show.
He's been killing it.
Yeah. He's got a backdoor wave right there we just saw. He had a pipe wave before that.
What did he get for that pipe wave? That was maybe the best wave of the heat.
He got an 8.0 for that pipe wave. So
well deserving.
But he's actually in the lead right now. Kai Salas in second, Lance O'Connell in third, Dino Miranda currently in fourth. Ned Snow just has one wave. He's in fifth. And Bonga Perkins, he's been in the winner's circle here before. He's currently in sixth. Each Ned and Bonga just have one wave, so they got some work to do. But just about 5 minutes remaining, Uncle Eddie, and some sets coming in. What's the forecast looking like for the rest of today and into tomorrow?
Good.
Okay.
We're looking good.
Solid.
I'm not looking so good, but the waves are looking good.
Well, the swell coming up overnight. Hopefully we get bigger stuff in the morning. I know we like to wait for the premier conditions for the shortboarding. There's been years that we didn't have the shootout simply because we didn't have the conditions. It's not a contest where you need points and we have to have the event. It's all based on what the ocean will produce.
Well, we've been lucky.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's produced.
Yeah.
And we were just lucky to be here, you know, and get some of it.
Well, I like the introduction of the all-Hawaiian team this year.
Oh, yeah.
And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the Hui Backdoor has a team. Mason Ho, Makua Rothman, Uluboy Napiahi.
Yep.
He was here a second ago.
Yeah.
And who is the fourth guy?
And
Ayala Stewart.
Yep.
Ayala Stewart. So every one of them is Hawaiian-blooded. And they represent the club, the Hui Backdoor.
And then we have the same, some of the same teams we had from before, the Hui Wax teams.
We have two Hui Wax teams.
Yep.
And Volcom got two teams.
Yeah.
Weed Maps.
Yep.
And
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
Yep. What does it take? I know you had this event. How long has it been on? It's been like 20 years, I think. What, 1997?
96.
96, so 20 plus years running this event. And I remember...
Yeah, Kelly Slater won the first one.
I remember, no surprise, yeah. I remember Uncle Norm and Uncle Moot doing the commentary early on, legendary.
Oh, and Buttons, too.
And Buttons, yeah. And I remember as a kid being on the beach listening to their commentary like, man, this is an awesome event. How did you come up with the idea?
Well, before you watch all the local boys sitting on the beach, same story now.
Yeah.
Can't travel, don't got the money, there's no funding. And it's usually the guys, the whiter surfers with the blonde hair and blue eyes, that's just how it is, you know, that get the boost, you know, and get the sponsorship. And a lot of locals, Hawaiians that surf just as good or better, never get any recognition. Never go anywhere, you know, so we're sitting there watching this on the beach going, wait a minute, you know, like, these guys got to have a chance too. So we developed this contest for the local people, no matter what color they are. Don't get me wrong, but no matter what color they are, it just happens to be there's a lot of Hawaiians in our contest.
Yeah.
That they get a chance that they wouldn't get otherwise.
Right.
And like you see Miles Padaka, Pancho Sullivan before, sitting on the beach because they can't travel and surf for every little ankle snapper in the world, you know, and Johnny Boy and the rest of them. So, you know, we developed it for that purpose. I mean, and it's been a fight. I mean, since we had our first contest, the city has tried to take our contest every single time we've applied. I mean, they got all kind of excuses.
Yeah.
They don't meet with the local people. To me, the city and county and state of Hawaii do not like the local people at all. You can tell by the way they treat the people in Mauna Kea. What's the governor do? He calls out the SWAT team, the dog SWAT team, the helicopter SWAT team. Get these Hawaiians off the mountain. Take them away from their sacred spot. We're going to just degrade and do whatever we can to ruin these people's lives, ruin their lands. I mean, look at the North Shore. How many families you have out here? Ho'opili, Kalulu. There's not many local people here at all ever now. You know, they've taken all the houses. They've taken all the land. It's vacation rentals. Now they want the water. So every year we apply for our permit, they fight us on it. They'll find some excuse. This year the director had a bogus excuse that, we didn't apply in time. Then we went to court with them, had an independent counsel. Yeah. And the director, Michelle Nakota, was deemed erroneous and abuse of power.
Wow.
Well, they gave us back our permit, right? But then she did it again. She took it away and gave it to somebody that's going to have a 5-hour bodyboarding contest, or no, body surfing contest, that said it was much better than this, right? So they do everything in their power to take this contest from the local people. And that's the City Parks Department of Honolulu. And as far as, look at Maui County does a vote. No GMOs. Wait a minute. They go in front of a judge, and the judge goes, okay, this vote don't count. You have to have GMOs. We're not going to label your food. We're going to stuff it down your throats. Look how many people have cancer now. All our people all over Hawaii. This is ground zero for Monsanto, Dole, Pioneer, and the rest of them. They get to kill us. You go to Kahuku High School. I go there to pick up my kids. The kids are on the ground flopping around because next door used too much Roundup, too much poison. We have an organic farm. It's not organic anymore because the rain falls and hits our food. We have to have it covered now and certain filters. I mean, wait a minute. These people with the DDT and everything else have been killing the people here for years and years and years, killing them dead. But you can't kill them back. They can kill you, your family, your kids. But no, they're going to eat GMOs whether you like it or not. Well, anyway, I'm sure you're tired of me sitting here, but you know what? The truth hurts, and nobody likes to hear it.
That's what has to come out. That's what has to come out.
So this does have to come out. So this is part of what we are, what we do for this place. We fight against the evilness of this place, and it's not easy.
Well,
you know,
at least we have reclaimed the water for at least a few days for our local surfers, and I commend you for that.
But we did have to reclaim it.
Yeah.
2 times they tried to take it this year. The same lady was behind it, Michelle Nakota. Why is she there as a director?
I have no idea.
She also refuses with Freedom of Information Act, and they throw it out of court every time we bring it. Me or you would go to jail for that. It's not funny.
Man.
Well, what is this? People above the law here in Hawaii too? What's going on?
At least we've been able to get the water, and we're doing that. And I commend you for putting on this event. And I think it's really commendable, especially with the when we used to have the Hui Sunset Expression session. I think that's a little bit of a mold into what this has become as well. That was a great event.
Well, they took that away from us. They didn't want us to have 2 contests. That was a no-no. Look at all these people down here. There's Hawaiians, too, having 2 contests. No, we give the white people 8 contests on the North Shore. Yeah, they get what they like, yeah?
Well, there we are, right here in the booth, front yard at the Quicksilver House on day number 1 of the Hui Backdoor Shootout. We have event director and the Hui master right here, Uncle Eddie Rothman. I'm Rocky Cannon, And we are going to say aloha till our next day of competition. Watch all the replay action tonight on Surf Channel, Spectrum 250 and 1250.
I'd like to thank all you guys for watching this and tuning in. And if I offended anybody at the city and county or the state,
there's the
especially
disclaimer.
Governor, what's his name? Good. Too bad.
All right, we'll take you out on that note. Big mahalos, big alohas from the North Shore. Keeping it core for the community and the Hawaiians.
Do
the
this.
Hui Backdoor Shootout. Mahalo. Take care.
Yo.
It's so important that we continue to remind people the importance of keeping music alive, and education, because music and arts, we need that. It's not that we're not trying to foster like these kids to become professional musicians or anything. If some of them have that passion to pursue that, that's great. But like arts, it helps us in so many different aspects. If you're gonna be an engineer, you're gonna be whatever it is that you're gonna go into, whatever field. You need that creativity. You need that innovative mind. Especially I think in this day and age, we've been doing things the same way for so long, and we're realizing that a lot of things we've been doing is not working. So we need the younger generation to come out, to develop that side of their creativity, so they can come up with new ideas, come up with new ways that we can move forward and make a better future, for all of us.
Different people, equal here forever and never. Already